Fresh on Deviate. Ba, 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 ba. Get all my things set up. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think so. Yeah. Oh, gotta hit that. Yeah. Let's go. Just double check. Yes. I just don't have frost oil. It's unfortunate, dude. What's up, Tanya? Flo, hi. Flo, did you sleep? Perfect timing. Yo, what's up, Car? Yo, I saw you were streaming this morning, but I was jumping around. I was like, oh man, I'm missing a Car stream. Also, you started to stream at like 5 a.m. Fair question, though. Well, you know, I guess I slept, so it would be safe to assume that you slept, but still. Woke up like an hour ago. Ah. Yo, what's up, Rokan? There's 7:30 here. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It's 5 a.m. my time. I woke up, 3 hours ago. And did some... Watched the baby for a bit while my wife worked out, and then I worked out, and now here we are. We are chilling. Trying to get some levels in today. I know, like all week I was talking about playing retail, but I'm just getting FOMO, man. All the people I see doing like max level content. Oh, what am I doing? I have a mount. Thanks to only black smoke. Yeah. I see people doing level 60 content. And it makes me want to level harder. I felt well enough that I could take your dog for a walk. Yo, that's good. Yeah. It's a good sign. Good. We need this dude. The boss man. What's his name? Boss. Oh. Is that? Nice. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Was he gonna stop right here? I guess that's okay. I think if I pull with a grenade, then it'll like aggro all of them, and we'll be... Oh god. It's fine, we can do this. Oh god. Oop. I guess we can probably kill the rest of these guys. We'll see how much... Oh no. I think I could just kill them all, really. It won't even be that hard. How's my pet doing? Maybe it will be that hard. Because they're just lobbing shit at me. Jesus, dude. Ah! This is fine. Currently in 1,000 Needles, hit 30 last night before bed. Yo. You were like, I mean, I feel like everyone's leveling faster than me, but that's fine. What's up, Bromanda? It's fine. Yo, can you guys reset so that I can go pick up my quest item? Next 10 days off work, so it's grind time. Nice. Nice. Alright, that was just a bunch of probably wasted time. I didn't need to do all that. He shouldn't have despawned, but here we are. 10 days off work. Are you taking vacation? Or do you work a job that's just got breaks in it? Taking vacation for the fresh. The true fresh experience. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Some silk cloth. Very cool. Alright. Turning this in. Oh, and then we're hearthing to Orgrimmar. Okay. To Orgrimmar. Oh, I should go get that mithril. Definitely worth. You're gonna shoot? Okay. Sometimes it's better than others. Ooh, an aquamarine. Nice. Well, nice, 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 nice. You have Juneteenth off and only work 2 days next week, so I took those 2 days off. Ooh, okay. You work 4 10s. Dude, then nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's pretty cool. That sounds pretty sweet. I don't know if we get Juneteenth off. Not that it matters.
What are you looking for?
It's like, it's summer, so my...
picked clean by the desert winds and scavenging buzzards, the ogres will be put into disarray. Though a small victory, this will lead to a much larger one. The sign of the earth is now in our possession, and we can open the Black Drake's prison in Lethlor. We shall free them from endless imprisonment, albeit to their doom.
The seal of the earth is held by 3 runestones, held in the pillars of diamond, opal, and amethyst in Lethlor Ravine. Using the sign of the earth, you will be able to remove the runestones and unlock the seal of the earth. Be wary though, adventurer. The Black Drakes, Blacklash, and Hematus are not to be trifled with. See them dead and return their bindings to me. To reach the ravine, travel to the far eastern part of the Badlands. Be careful though, for the ravine is home to countless drakes.
50 stopwatch. Okay. Is there a comment that just talks through frost oil, and then those optional quests? Okay. Everyone has to go first. Has to go first shift for the 2 days next week. But they're only half days. The other half of the day, there's like a barbecue cookout. So I'm gonna go. Oh, nice, nice, nice. What do you do? If you don't mind me asking. I'm gonna buy a frost oil, even though they're seriously overpriced, I think. What was the other thing that I can get? A regular healing potion. Oh, I have some in my bank, so I don't need that. Lesser invis. Is that a thing? Did I spell lesser correctly? Yep, they're just not there. I don't think I can do the pattern bronze one without doing... Here, let's look. Never had so many blues drop in hardcore run. Blade of the Titans. That requires those two. Can I just do the pattern bronze? Yeah, I think you can. Let's see if those are even on here. Bronze bracer. And I did. Yeah. Nope, none of those. Okay. Just questing and villages. You're in a cosmetics department making all kinds of makeups and toothpaste. Oh! Gym on campus. Had to hire in. You got hired in as a temp and finally start full time the 1st of July. Interesting. My friend PJ, who I met through World of Warcraft, he worked in like a lab, I think testing like makeups and lotions and things up in Canada. Like, so he kind of worked in the pharmaceutical industry also. I don't think he might still. I think he was like left that job for a better job, and then they called him back up and they're like, yo, what if we offer you like an even better job? But yeah, interesting.
Feralis is an ideal location for an accomplished adventurer to prove herself. A tribe of ogres called the Gorduni are the dominant military force there, and their numbers are growing. They must be stopped before they threaten our presence in Feralis. A warrior I know of named Rock Orhan resides at Camp Mojach in Feralis. Go to her. She will tell you more of the situation when you arrive. A warrior of the Horde, Regthar Deathgate, is recruiting agents for a mission into the land of Desolus. Speak with him if you wish to volunteer. He is stationed in the Barrens, in a series of bunkers west of the crossroads, and sharpen your weapons. Desolus is a place torn by war.
Nice. You were there a long time ago. Lost 120 pounds. Jeez. Well, yeah, hopefully being there and having access to that gym gets you going again. That sounds pretty insane. Pretty insane. Also, where are we at? We're at 16 HKs. Look, yeah. We're gonna get some rank this week. And we're going back to STV, it looks like, so maybe even get some more. And we're 41. We gotta start doing a lot of stuff in STV. We gotta be cruising. What level are you now, Car? On your hardcore character? You're in Felwood. I'm guessing you are somewhere between 52 and, yep, 54. Okay. Nice. What's your all-time record? Was it the Druid during Road to Rag? That's so fucking sad. 59.8? 59.8? Oh my god. That Druid death in Road to Rag, that broke my heart. Max, you got hardcore was 50 with a pally. He's still alive. Oh, nice. I don't know why, but I feel like people quit paladins. in hardcore. Because I think Cargos, like, also had a paladin up in, like, the high 40s, low 50s that he just stopped playing. Just, like, never finished the run. Yeah. I'm doing my last quest before cloth turn-ins when hardcore servers launched. Oh, man. You got 50 on your No Morlock in Ungoro. Jeez. My highest level death is a 47 warrior. Yeah. Which, like, that sucked. But running it back, like pretty much immediately starting a new warrior and getting up to 42 and then dying again was so much worse than the first one. Yeah. 40 warrior death, that actually hurt way worse. Yeah. Warriors just take forever. Over level 36 for 49, 51, 57, 59. Dude, that's crazy, though. That's so rough. That's super rough. Oh, I should have checked for Broken Tooth before I left Badlands. Oh, well. That would have been smart. I need to get in that mindset of, like, go check for it. I mean, this cat's... This is 1.3. It's not terrible. Not too bad. Yeah. Most of my hardcore deaths are usually low level because I do dumb shit.
These new lands ours, then we must have places to rest our battle-weary bodies. Lay your axe by the fire and share the stories of your mighty battles.
I forgot to do this when I was in...
You've come for training in order to pass it on to your pets?
Yeah.
Be safe.
Okay.
Thrall. What?
I died at 59, I might cry. Yeah. Yeah.
Go
Oh man,
what?
do I want to do my stupid AoE shit?
The items you gathered from the feline beasts of the Vale are only the first requirement for a powerful enchanted item. These jungle trinkets, combined with my shamanistic ritual, will provide you with a very useful tool in assisting the Horde and the War Chief. But now you must gather for me some jungle stalker feathers. The feathers are traditionally worn by the beasts on their armbands.
Always do AoE
Find
shit.
a tribe of the raptors directly south of Gromgol, not far from the Great Arena.
Cause like, what Dokken at 50, dude, Dawkins, like, yeah, his paladin deaths were so rough. Also because like, they were, they just like, they were the kind of deaths where they took a long time. Cause you're on a paladin too. Oh man. It's like Riley had a death too, I think, before Road to Rag on a high level paladin. I don't even think I'd come back and play. Saw Cargos going live and it gave you crazy FOMO. Nice. So here's my thought process with AoE bullshit. You go survival, you get entrapment, you get clever traps, you get trap mastery, and you get a gorilla pet. And then I just like, I go to like a good AoE spot, I drop like a frost trap outside of combat, and then I get on my mount, I grab a bunch of mobs, I pull them into the frost trap, I send in the gorilla, it thunderclaps to get threat and deal damage on everything. Then I run in, feign death, drop explosive trap, and then that's 2 instances of entrapment potentially proccing on them. And then I just like multi-shot, grenade, whatever. But I don't know if that's efficient or any good. Riley, man, Riley died in Skolomance at the beginning of Road to Rag. Like really early on in Road to Rag, I think before we did like much. Is explosive trap only... Does it only proc off of the first iteration? Or does it also proc off the ticks? don't know. I assumed it also procced off the ticks. Same chance as frost, man. Dude, yeah. So that's my thought, but even that might not be as efficient as just questing and leveling. It would just be a funny thing to try to do, I think. Oh, I also don't have Grail on, and I need to train the new Grail. Bro. Oh, and natural armor. Let's also do that. Cool. Do I have a favorite memory that sticks out most in all of hardcore? I mean, probably, it might actually be just like hitting 60 in Road Rag. Even though killing Rag was, you know, an insane accomplishment. That was like a group effort, which doesn't diminish it at all, but me hitting 60 and being the first solo 60 in the Road to Rag event, that was pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty sweet. I enjoyed that. There's been a lot of cool hardcore moments, like finishing, I mean, obviously getting my first level 60 hardcore character up was really cool. Finishing the No Pet Hunter. Because getting the first level 60 hardcore character, while cool, like, it wasn't, like, it had been done a bunch at that point. Like, Hunter had been done. Lots of people had hit 60. But doing the No Pet Hunter, that was the world first hardcore No Pet Hunter. That was pretty cool. Also, like, a kind of odd one. Yo, Jeffrey! Jeffrey! Thank you for the raid, my dude.
Shnikes.
Yo, Maple Street X and Maximilian. Thank you guys for the follows.
Holy shnikes.
Thank you, thank you. Jeffrey! How you doing, Jeff? Are you gonna go sleep? Go, Jeffrey!
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Oh, hey, Jeffrey and Jeffrey. Ooh, thank you, Jeffrey. One day I'll see you. Your beautiful mug. And then everyone will know that you actually do have a full head of hair. And it's beautiful. It's there. Yeah, we know. We know. Oh, man. I think I saw you doing Nomer. We can will it into existence. Yeah. Your rogue is going to pass my hunter. And I will be a sad man. I really need to know life. I really need to pull a page out of Booko Jeffrey. Just, all I have to do is pull, like, if I do, like, 2 or 3 Jeffrey streams, then I'll just be 60, and then I can do fun 60 stuff. Do not do what Jeff do. He built diff, that's true. We can aspire, though. We can aspire to be like Jeffrey. Even 50? That is true. I could start doing like BRDs and stuff. what raids are out right now. MC and Onyxia, I think, are the only other raids that we are, as a community, allowing ourselves to do. Yeah. And they... Wait, when's the MC? Is that today? The, like, Domo Reg? And if so, what time? Checking the Discord. Because that'll be pretty sweet. Mongoose recipe? Oh my gosh, dude. Lucky dog. Our villain's out here playing hardcore and just getting all the Abyss loot. Monday! Okay. 9 PM server. That's like 6 PM my time. Yeah. I don't know if Alliance full cleared MC. I think they did some bosses. Hey, Jack and Coke. It's been a while since I've seen Jack and Coke. What are we doing over here? Skull Splitter Tusks? I don't think I have a Skull Splitter Tusk quest. Yeah, no, not really. Yo. Let's kill clan heads. I think, yeah. Yeah. What's his... He's got... Not the most health and mana I've ever seen. Yo, good night, Jeffrey. If you want to call it that. Yes, go rest. Go rest, sir. Yo, thank you for the raid. Slash shoutout OG_. I'm sure everyone here already knows who Jeffrey is, but if you don't, you absolutely should. I could not recommend someone more.
Holy shnikes.
So, thank you, dude. Have a good night. Oh, no. Bye! Welcome, everybody. Those of you from Jeffrey's stream who are here to hang out. I'm trying to stay ahead of Jeffrey's alt. This is a goal of mine. We'll see. We'll see. No, let's not get into 9/11 again. Not again. I told my wife about that this morning. She didn't seem to think it was that funny. No, I did not tell her about the hand job conversation. Nighttime streams with me are weird. Yeah, I've been streaming at nights more. And like it gets off the rails a little too fast. Let's just fucking tango, dude. Weird is fun, yeah. Giggity, yo. It's a good emote. Yo. Oh, he should have a mount, right? He's a warlock. He's a warlock. Wait, am I? Yeah. Yep, GG's. Stay safe, friend. Let's go. You know, mount is big diff. Oh. Let's go. Macus, if I didn't say it. Thank you for the follow. Also, appreciate all you folks supporting me, supporting Fresh. We're trying to get it. We're trying to get it. The more we play, even though I'm not playing hardcore, I still feel like hardcore made a lot of people better at the game. Yeah, I think it absolutely has. I think people who have done a decent amount of hardcore, I think, are just they make better decisions in crunch time scenarios. I think they're just more aware of little things too, right? Like sticky glue, target dummies, like little consumables that ordinarily you'd probably just forget about. Not a huge deal, but in a hardcore scenario, they can be the difference between life and death. Even just like certain class abilities, right? I think people are just more aware and they use them better because of hardcore. I think it absolutely made me better. Because I think that I think like many people, I would normally sort of play this game carelessly. And yeah, the more I played hardcore, the more I was just like, nah, I won't do that super dumb thing. I'll just do the dumb version of that instead of the super dumb. That way I know if it messes up, I'll still like, I'll still live.
Strength and honor.
Yeah. Let's, oh, agility too, nice. I'm gonna be better about this stuff. Alright, let's go. Your recklessness in D&D? Well, that's fine. That's fine. We're killing jungle stalkers. Actually, if I go up here, then I can do a little bit of crocodiles, right? Maybe? Closest I've been to dying in my challenge besides Red Ridge. I almost ran into Brackenwall as an ally. Yeah, dude. I don't think I ever had any of those types of deaths on any of my hardcore runs. The, accidentally running into alliance or opposite faction stuff, or like clicking on the opposite faction's like flight master on accident somewhere. That's a pretty rough one. I've seen. You see those, right? Those just in like Daenerys or in Booty Bay, people are just like so accustomed to playing one particular faction and then they jump on the other one. Torn Milgard, give me down to like 12. Ooh. Yeah. I also, whenever I'm Horde, I do the Hecular Rod quest. And the funny thing is, that like never causes, I never really have issues with it on hardcore characters. But I did it on this character and I died once. And I was like, oh no. I've been doing this on hardcore this whole time. Just without even thinking, I'm like, yeah, Hercules Rod. No problem. You got PvP flagged 3 times in your run, and those were the times that I wish I had the heart rate monitor. Was it like Missing Diplomat and the Stormwind quest, or was it something else? Because those are always a bit sketchy. Ooh, Solo Void. Hello. Oh, he's also out here killing these dudes. That might make this annoying. Pet threats should be really good right now. He's got the newest rank of Growl. Raptor hide. Raptor hide. Okay. Please, thank you. I'll wait to get STV. STV is pretty great. We had some good PvP moments in STV already too, which makes it even more fun. Once I ran into the quest givers in Stone Talon, Skywalker's postcard. Oh, comes down to the Kodo Graveyard. That one, okay. Pet is not doing a very good job here. Yo, what's up, Tams? Hello, hello. Yay, we're getting the feathers. Let's go. South Shore and the Alliance Flightmaster in Booty Bay. Ooh. Even if you don't hit the guard, if the guard hits you, it flags you. Yeah, I don't know if that's... I mean... It is what it is, I guess. I don't know, it's very strange. Oh, I'm doing pretty well. We're playing vanilla WoW, so... Feeling good. Love me some vanilla WoW. Remember on Hardcore Server launch, Horde Rogues would camp Stoneard Explorers? Oh. Is Furious How broken in this version of WoW? No. Nope. I don't know what you mean by broken. Yeah, I remember, like, Alliance are usually pretty... Like, if you're Alliance, you should be careful of those. Doesn't work, right? I mean, it works, but it's buggy. And what I mean by that is... Fierce Howl's good in Wrath of the Lich King. That's why wolf pets are good in Wrath of the Lich King. But... It works in vanilla WoW. The problem is that the range on it is not great. So, like, if your pet's in melee range and you're out at range, you probably won't get the buff from them. And if your pet's next to you and giving you Furious Howl, then it's probably not going to get the melee in your party. So there's that piece of it, the just range on it. And then it gets consumed by like the next ability that anyone uses, right? And so it can be consumed by spells and abilities that don't get the benefit from it. So like Serpent Sting or Rend or whatever else, like, will eat the buff, and then you don't actually get any value out of it. Yo, exquisite flamberge of the wolf. Dude, that's... I mean, it's way less damage. I like that it's 10 agi, though. Might say that. Shut up about how wolf pets are best. The joke is so old. Yeah. Stance changes, slice and dice, evasion, sprint. Yeah. It gets consumed by everything. So it's not reliable at all. I remember you were talking about it before and how it wasn't good. Well, so the best use for a wolf in Vanilla WoW is tribute runs, because Furious Howl generates threat. So if you body pull mobs, and then you have your wolf cast Furious Howl, that'll pull the mobs off of you. So if thinking that through, if you're doing a tribute run and you are like running past mobs and aggroing and just like, you know, body pulling mobs, 0 threat, if you then have your pet Furious Howl and like run the opposite direction, then that'll pull the mobs away from you. So that's where the value in it comes. But that has nothing to do with the actual ability itself, right? Like Furious Howl's buff and everything, like, in that situation are meaningless, aside from the fact that it generates threat. Yeah. For more than just a scenario described, but it's a niche aggro thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a very niche thing. And I would argue that, like, a lot of hunters probably don't even... A lot of hunters who do Dire Maul Tribute probably are not even getting the full use out of that. So it's... That also makes it kind of weird, because it's like... You don't need the wolf pet to do Dire Maul Tributes. You don't even need the wolf pet to do Dire Maul Tributes efficiently. It helps, but it's not necessary. Yeah. But yeah, like you're kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say you're griefing, but if you were taking a wolf pet into any sort of like dungeon or raid scenario, you're just opting to have a lower quality pet. So there's that. Pretty much any cat, any cat or a bat or an owl are just better. New aggro mobs, the mobs that weren't directly aggroed won't aggro on your pet automatically. They actually aggro on the closest player / pet to them in their aggro table. So if you pull with the pet, then the hunter can be aggroed. He's closer than the pet, which does happen. You aggro and pull back immediately. Yeah. Yeah. Here's how it fixes this. Allows you to pull faster. Yeah, pet aggro is very strange in Classic. Like, your pets, I don't know if anyone's, like, done full-on testing for it or whatever, but, like, your pet's aggro range for, like, body pulling, it seems to be, like, significantly smaller than a player's, and it's, like, I feel like it ticks differently, too. So it just checks every 5 seconds after getting in combat. It's just weird. Weird pet mount trick. I think that sounds familiar. You may have shown me like a year or more ago. I think I do remember you showing me some stuff about that, yeah. You can use my pet as a mount. That's literally, no, that's not. That's not what it is. Isn't it? It's, you can like aggro, is it that you can, I can't remember what it is. You'll have to tell me again. Send pet in on one of these raptors, put pet on stay, put pet on passive, feign death, mount. Oh, is it to despawn your pet? Okay, hold on. Just put pet. Do you? It needs to go in and get aggro, right? So you send it in. He de-aggro's automatically. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Interesting. What were you using that for? Can't remember. Intrico singing crystals. Because you can do that to like skip mobs. What else would you? I mean, mining thorium and Angoro as a level 40. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. So basically, it's a way to like pretty safely skip mobs. Skip or get away from mobs. Funny little interaction, that one. Do we have anything done? Not really. How does this thing look? Not great. I mean, these are kind of dumb. Delete that. Venture coal mining. Similar to how pet despawns make mobs immediately reset. Yeah, the game must just assume when you mount up, your pet becomes put into this like state where it cannot interact or do anything. And I'm guessing what it is that like being in that state has it transition in the game, right? Like you don't see it like despawn and respawn or anything, but something in the code must make that happen. He's buying you RAM for your birthday? Is he just like going online and buying it to download? That seems to be the most efficient way. Just go download some more RAM. Yo, what are we doing here? Is it Solo? Solo Void. He's over here. Getting it. Did you guys ever download more RAM? Oh, the grenades, I forgot. Uh-oh. There's a rogue. 40 plus? Yeah, fucking knew it. Get wrecked, dude. What are you doing? What's up, Winky? Grimbo Slice? Yeah, get out of here, man. Imagine being a rogue. Typical stay safe viewer. Wow. Imagine being a rogue and just trying to open up on a hunter like that. Was Winky confirmed? Oh no. Was it Winky? No, Winky's playing on Horde. I mean, I respect rogues, but like open world PvP where there's no rules. Rogue versus Hunter just doesn't work, man. Oh, see, there's Winky. What level are you now, Winky? 30? You have been playing. Interesting. They're just scuffed druids. Nice. The question is whether or not that guy decides to come after me again. Yeah, I mean, you're playing less than me, which is pretty crazy. We'll see if he tries it again. Winky, I heard you're doing all kinds of cool stuff. I was in a call with Only for like an hour and a half the other night. Yeah, I'm not making the Seattle trip, because my family does 4th of July stuff. 4th of July is like the biggest holiday in my family. It's bigger than Thanksgiving, bigger than Christmas. Oh. Oh, you don't care. Yo, dude, I don't care if it's a big holiday for your family. Come see us. That's fair. It would be sweet. It sounds like it's going to be a really good time. I definitely am bummed. I'm going to miss it. I'll do this just because I don't want him like opening up on my pet. That would really fuck my day up. Yeah. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty sweet time. No, I did some scouting last night when I was in Badlands. No luck. No luck on the Broken Tooth front yet. It's not a major priority. I'll get it eventually. Even if it means having to sit in there, like, all day. Yeah, I mean, if someone posts about it, I guess I should be checking, like, the Discord, too, right? Yo, Klepter! Congrats again on the baby, man. No, I didn't cut the cord or do anything with placenta or anything like that. There he is. Get out of here, dude. Get out. Yo, what's up, Thrashers? Yeah, we're winning. We're winning. Overnight oats? Nice, dude. Shy guy, whenever he's in here. It's all about the overnight oats. We got a bunch of homies going to Seattle for a nice little vacation. Yeah. And I didn't even grenade that time. Uh, 2 weeks. Oh, going up to... Wait, are you going up to see the lady? Or is it a different reason to be in Canada? Camping music festival. Nice. South Shore flight path not safe to AFK at? I wouldn't. I don't know the exact patrols on those assassins, but I wouldn't. Oh my god, can I not get up this hill? Without going like all the way around. Like I'm gonna aggro? Yeah. I did dodge the grenade though. Should probably just have back hidden on. At least give me a little bit of heads up before that dude comes and opens up on me. How's restoring the car going, Nikki? I feel like you should be posting pictures of that in your Discord. Got it running, nice. Is that the car you're gonna be driving? Up to... Or are you driving to Seattle and then driving to Canada? Oh, whoops. Flying to Seattle and then EV's driving. Oh, okay, gotcha. Makes sense. Take the license plate off and get pictures posted. Nice. I have never done like any sort of work on cars, so that stuff is all like, to me, that's like crazy. Oh, stamina. Yeah, that would be good for like a warrior or road. That's like a very... I feel like that's pretty early for stats on a ranged weapon. 36? It's probably some folks out there that would like that. Gotta swap the radiator, and it's just a ton of bodywork. Ooh. Sunday driver? Yeah. I mean, that's cool. It's also like, I don't know. As far as like hobbies go, I feel like that's a super cool one. And if you develop just a better understanding and sense of how like cars work and stuff, there's a lot of value in that. I always think like, man, I should just try to get a baseline understanding of a lot of those types of things, like baseline understanding of like electrical, plumbing, cars, HVAC, you know, whatever it may be. Just so that, you know, you just have an easier time. What am I in combat with? Oh, no, dude. Learning plumbing? Yeah. Yeah, only was saying it was your high school car. What the fuck is this? Actually, hold on. Oh, did that not? That didn't fucking work? Fucking tinkerers, man. This is when the rogue's gonna get me. Built a car at 14 is wild. Oh, I built this car when I was like 14. Sat outside for 12 years without a garage. Yeah. Jeez. Worked out those part-time and everyone said plumbing is a mess to learn. Yeah, Winky knows about like industrial plumbing. I mean, yeah. Some of it's like stuff like learning how to, because I've had to replace like P-traps on sinks and like the O-ring on toilets, and it's stuff like that that I wish I had known earlier on in life. Or at least had more confidence about. Dude, HVAC is... That's a pretty cool business to get into, I think. Actually, Goldthorn might be worth something to somebody. Let's just do that. Advanced mining? Oh.
Holy shnikes.
Hey, yo, Clutch. Thank you for the follow. HVAC guy came out and tried to sell me on 20K for a new AC, then another guy tried to sell me on 10K. Yeah. See, that's the thing is, like, without having a baseline knowledge, that's what I'm afraid of. Is people just coming out and, like, just taking advantage of you. Also, like, HVAC is probably a really good trade school to get into. If you're young and you don't know what you want to do for a career and you're, like, feel kind of stuck, like, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, that kind of stuff. Anything that's, like, that involves, like, maintenance on, like, houses and buildings. Because that shit's never gonna go away. The only baseline knowledge you need is never trust anyone at a mechanic shop or HVAC. Yeah. Though, I will say, like, our AC unit went out a couple summers ago. And we called the guy out. And he came out and he looked at it. And he was like, okay, here's the thing. Your AC unit is no longer made by anybody. And like the parts for it are kind of specific to this model. So the parts don't even really exist anymore. So what I can do is I can try to piece it back together with what I've got for like a couple $100, And what I would advise for you to do is just keep using it how you're using it. Just like run it into the ground basically, because it's not, you're never gonna be able to replace enough of the parts for it to run like new. So just use it however you want to use it, and just know that eventually you're probably gonna have to replace it. So it was like, I want to say it was like 200 bucks or less for him to do that, and now it's worked for like the last 2 summers. But I'm at least aware of the fact that, like, hey, this thing's gonna go one day. And that's fine. Man. I don't do enough melee damage. Yeah. My work pays for college if you go, as long as you pass the classes, so I think I'm gonna get my electrician certificate. Yeah. Even if you just do those things like as like a handyman service, you can buy the parts on eBay from mom and pop shop. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I made the mistake. The last university that I worked for would pay for you to would pay for your classes and stuff. Like up to 1 bachelor's degree and 1 master's degree. Yo, what's up, PJ? And I didn't start taking advantage of it until I had been there for like over a year. And then I ended up leaving before I finished the master's degree. I didn't want to pay for it because it was like kind of an expensive master's degree. So it was in organizational leadership. Girl works at the same company and she's getting her business degree. She just finished the first semester. Didn't spend a dime. Yeah, that's sort of the dream. Your job paid for AutoCAD certification. I don't use AutoCAD, but I'm certified. That's, there you go. Organizational leadership is fascinating. It's like a supplemental degree. The classes were actually pretty interesting because a lot of it is just like the psychology of working with people and leading people, and also understanding like how businesses operate and different types of businesses work in different ways in terms of like what's the best way to motivate people in like a front-facing business versus more of like a back-end operational business and things like that. So it was pretty cool. But I ended up leaving. So my time, it did actually, I will say. I think that my time as an officer in World of Warcraft has helped me a ton with knowing how to deal with people and also motivations, right? Because the one thing, I see a lot of people compare WoW, like running a WoW guild to like a job or something. And there are a lot of similarities, but the thing you got to remember is that like playing World of Warcraft is something that people do for fun. And like a job is something that people do because they need to like earn a living. And so they're very different, right? Like the job is something that people don't need the same amount of like motivation and care to like cooperate with others in a job because it's like, well, it's the, you know, it's sort of expected because you're being paid for it. But in World of Warcraft, it's like the reward structure and everything is very different. And if you're playing WoW for fun, then you want to be able to do what you want to do in the game. You want to get the loot. You want to like do things when you want to do them, right? You don't want to be told how and when to do certain stuff. And so motivating people in that environment to do things that they might not want to do is much different than in a workplace environment when you're trying to get people to do things that they might not want to do. Because in a workplace environment, it's like, well, that's just part of, like, whatever task I'm asking you to do is probably somewhat related to the job you're being paid for. I mean, yeah. the guild that we set up in Classic WoW had a structure in place to penalize people for not doing the things that we asked them to do, and reward people for doing extra things, like providing materials to the guild bank and stuff like that. Missed 1 week. Well, no, because we had, what was it? For every like 8 weeks that you made, you got like 1 skip, right? And that system like was cumulative. So if you started raiding with us at the beginning, people didn't know about? I don't know if people didn't know about it. I'm pretty sure people did, because there were lots of people who took advantage of it. There were people who took advantage of it just because they were like... I don't feel like raiding. And I've got days. That happened a number of times, which was kind of frustrating sometimes, because it's like, wait, you're not actually busy or anything? You just don't want to come to this raid? And they're like, yeah. Yeah, it basically was like PTO time, which is funny because you would think people are playing World of Warcraft. They just want to play WoW. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that, Winky, because you were like... It was like during the peak of hardcore days, you'd be like, yeah, I just don't really want to. I'm not going to go to raid tonight. It's funny that Taxic put up with you, like, at all. Because he was running that guild, right? But it's also probably different mindsets in the guild, right? Like, our guild was pretty serious. Our guild was like, well, we're practicing speedruns. Even on weeks when we're not speedrunning. Like, we're still using these as opportunities to... Well, the goal was to use them as opportunities to, like, practice pulls and things. I don't think we were all that good at that. GDKPs fix my issues. Yeah. That's like a downside of the GDKP system, though, in my opinion. Wait, loot the trophy. Oh, is it over there? Is that, there can be, like, no incentive to actually, like, show up and help other people get their loot, because it's so singularly focused. Depending on the system. You can have systems that give you points for showing up and things like that, or like take away points for randomly missing, but GDKPs oftentimes ran more smooth runs than guild runs did. Oh yeah. There is some irony in the fact that the best pug runs, starting with like around BWL AQ40 in Classic, all the way through today in Kata, I'm sure, the best pugs are GDKPs, 100%. I don't think I've ever, I don't think since like AQ40 have I been in like a soft reserve run or just a straight up like need greed main spec off spec run that was anywhere near as good as a GDKP. And it's just, yeah. A lot of it is because GDKPs, you need, like, if you want to get anything out of the GDKP, you need to complete the run, and you don't want to mess up, because, like, messing up could mean that you lose some of your cut. And it's, yeah, all the best players, yeah, are like, well, I'm going to do GDKPs because that's, like, the best thing to do to make money. We got respawns. Yeah. Brought out the better players, yeah. So yeah, I wonder what pugs are like.
Holy shnikes.
Yo, what's up, ammo chick? I wonder what pugs are like in Season of Discovery without GDKPs being in the mix. Like, is the average pug better? Wait, where's this thing? Where's it? Fresh does sound just right. Yeah, they're terrible. Like sunken temple pugs are bad. Oh, it's this thing. I'm a dummy. Where's the next one? Is it over there? Oh, it's like down below. Okay. Yeah. Are you still in doing stuff with Frontier? Maybe not like right now, because Season of Discovery is pretty slow, but I'm sure Frontier is... Or it's Swamp, I guess. Swamp is gearing up for Phase 4. Haven't gamed Sod in a month. Yeah, well, most people I know, even people I know that are like fairly serious about SOD, are not playing very much right now because they're like, yeah, it's just everyone's got the loot they need. Why? What are we doing? Since we're talking about SOD, my recent LBRS ammo gear guide. How do I know LBRS won't be changed? I don't. That's a fair question, PJ. I don't know that it won't be changed. I'm just banking on the fact that it will be. Also, like, that video that I made was just kind of a remake of a video that I had before, but the original one that I made was with my old mic and had copyright music and stuff like that. So it's also just me improving on content that I had already created. Will do, Winky. I don't see how GDKPs can exist without inducing RMT, short of Blizz hiring a ton of bot-focused GMs, which they just aren't financially able or incentivized to do. Yeah, Bloomhoof, that's totally fair. I think it was like, there was a statement from like somebody from Classic WoW that was like, I think they made a comment or assertion about GDKPs are not necessarily directly related to RMT, which I was like, well, that's, I don't know, you got to be pretty ignorant to think that. Like, they are absolutely connected. Liz used to have this thing called Game Masters. Yeah, they cost too much. Problem. They cost too much. AIGM. Well, they introduced a system in Season of Discovery that was like auto-banning people for RMT. But I've heard wildly different things on that. I've heard some people say it works really well, and like anybody who says they got false banned, like, is just making that shit up. And then I've heard people say, no, it's absolutely false banning people all the time, and it's causing problems. So, I don't know. I think Wildline is worth grabbing, maybe. I guess I don't know that. I've never met someone that had a false ban that was actually false. How much would it cost to have Game Masters? I mean, you could look up like the going rate for like entry level positions at like a company like Blizzard, because it's in C, right? But it's probably like over like, well, I don't know. I would say at least over like 40K a year. But my guess is it's higher than that. 30K per year per server? Yeah. Which, like, I mean, you could break that down and be like, okay, well, how much is that? That's if you want 1 GM per server. Yeah, so, like, how much a single WoW sub, if people are paying max amount, is $15 a month for 12 months, so that's 180. So that's like 106 for every 166 WoW subs. I guess it pays for 1 GM. Which you would think like, okay. But then I don't know what the rest of their costs are. So it's hard to, I don't know. 1 GM per server can only work so many hours a day. True. So then it's like, okay, how many GMs do they need? Well, they probably need a couple per server. 30K is just the payment for the employee. The overhead is probably closer to 50. Yeah. That's not what I want. Okay. 3 per server for 24-hour coverage. No vacation, 7 days a week. Talking like a couple million at least. What overhead do you need for the GM? I mean, health insurance, retirement. You gotta think like training, vacation time, sick time. I think they give those things. Like, think about all the different things, right? There's a lot of benefits that go into like full-time employment. So yeah, I closed it out, but like 166 subs for, you know, 1 8-hour shift, like 5 days a week. So in order to actually have like full coverage, you need, and like weekend coverage too, right? Then we're talking like 5 or 6 per server. Why can't a GM be a part-time job? I mean, it can be if people are willing to do that, right? That's like a supply and demand thing, though. Like, if they post it as a part-time job with like no benefits, right? Then it's, do they actually get people applying for it and stuff, right? So it's hard to think of it. Or just call me. Okay, I'll call Winky. Winky's got the solution here.
Dude.
Yo.
I figured it out. I know how we can do this.
How we can get GMs?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's think of botting, right? Why do people bot?
To get, you know, to get things done in the game without actually having to play the game.
Okay, but like, why do people with like 80 bots bot?
To make money?
To make money. Why can they live off of botting?
Because they make a lot of money.
Do they make a lot of money, or do they live somewhere extremely cheap to live? Or both?
That's a good question, because I'm guessing that there are people like in the US who bot and make decent money out of it. But it's something that they probably have set up and like don't have to put a lot of effort into, right?
Yes, but okay, hear me out. Blizzard hires the botters to be GMs and pays them slightly more than they make botting.
Yeah, but then if they do that with all of them, then there's no one. Then they're not actually having to stop anyone.
That's even better.
Which I guess does solve the problem.
Yeah, the problem solved regardless.
Yeah.
You find those botters like in China, right, with the hunters of the Chinese pets, and you
Yeah.
say we will outsource GM labor to you. If you stop botting, we'll give you
I think it's that they don't.
20% more than you making botting.
Yeah, I think it's
And
that.
you just give us like the last 3 months of your pay statements from botting, and we will add 20% to that.
Yeah, I think it's that Blizzard doesn't want to relent, right? Because doing stuff like that, I think, just admits like that they can't handle it. They can't take. Yeah.
Botting money isn't capped though. Why would they accept that? It's 100% better to have a job.
Yeah.
Because you're not spending, let's say you run 200 accounts, even though it's not capped, right? You're paying for 200 accounts. That's all money out of pocket. That's like cost of business. If you could just play the game and be a GM and make hourly rate that's more than you were making botting.
Yeah, it's more dependable.
Yeah.
I think
you
the-
get some new
yeah.
benefits to go with it.
It's so tough too, though, because it's like you would say like that's more stable, but Blizzard has routinely laid off like their GMs and things, right?
Oh, Blizzard just out here laying everyone off.
Yeah, dude. So
I don't think there's actually an answer, and there never will be an answer to botting
no,
or
really.
to GPPs.
'Cause,
or
like, yeah, to what like Bloomhoof is saying, like let's say you do that, right? And they get this like they contract out with however many of the botters, right? Let's say they get like 75% of them. The 25% still botting, suddenly they can charge way more, and then they can make way more money. And so then they're like
True.
they're just like, yo, exponential growth time. And so you don't actually, they just like bought way more. So you have like the same amount of botting happening from a smaller group of people who then
Yeah,
also
that's true.
upcharge.
Shit, I didn't think about the economics of this.
I think it's I mean, yeah, it's such a tough problem. Right?
Oh yeah, but now you have GMs fighting those people.
Yeah.
Because you've hired on a bunch of GMs.
Yeah, but then it just, the more, because the whole thing is like, the more bots and more like bot run companies or whatever that get like dismantled, that's just like the more incentive the other botters have, because suddenly they get a bigger share of the market. So like the more bots you ban, the more the bots that don't get banned are like succeeding.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's like a weird parasite thing where it's like, unless you fully eradicate all of it, it's
Well, I
just
think
gonna
that
keep
even-
regrowing.
Let's say today, like a patch comes out today, like randomly, servers go down, servers go back up, gold is no longer in the game. It'd be a broken game, but like, let's just say gold never existed to begin with. People would still be botting for like consumables. They'd still be
yeah.
botting for armor. Like the botting can never stop. I don't think that it would ever actually be a solvable problem.
Yeah, they would farm whatever like currency or trade good.
Yeah, like whatever your character needs that like make it's so weird because buying gold and botting is literally just you're paying extra money to not have to play the game that you're supposed to enjoy playing.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing with that is that like, so I've never bought gold. I know people who bought gold throughout Classic.
Oh, I've bought gold. I bought
Yeah.
a lot of gold back in the day.
And like everyone that I know who bought gold, they weren't buying like tens of thousands of gold to go into GDKPs. They were buying like enough gold to pay for their consumables and stuff that they didn't want to spend the time farming.
I was gonna say that the only time I ever bought gold was because my guild was trying to be a pumper guild, and they had so many consumable requirements that it was literally impossible for me to afford to play the game without buying gold.
Yeah, because like if you work enough,
I just couldn't do it.
and you're like, okay, I can either like work less and make less money, or I can work the same amount and take a small portion of that money and then buy gold, and then I'm not missing out on anything in WoW.
Yep. I mean, I think that was the biggest problem was that it was like incentivized by the community because I knew that everyone else on my raid team was buying gold.
Yeah.
And I knew that because at first I didn't want to buy gold on the websites, right? I was like, I don't trust these websites. I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
So my guildies would buy gold, and then I would just like PayPal them, and they would give me the gold.
Yeah.
And like that shit goes on all the time. And that was one of the toxic environments of like classic WoW raiding that I absolutely hated.
Yeah.
Because there's the requirement to be in a decent guild was like, okay, you either have a mage and you no life Iron Maul jump runs, or you multi-box, which is what I was doing at first. All through vanilla, I was multi-boxing.
Yeah,
to make enough gold.
You were a big multi-boxer.
Yeah, I loved it. It was actually, I still love it. It's really, really fun. I wish we could still do it, but I was never on a PvP server, so my multi-boxing wasn't like toxic to other people. Like I wasn't killing other faction members with like 70 characters.
Yeah.
I was just doing jump runs, farming Chimerok tenderloins, like doing the things that you normally need a group for to make gold.
Yeah.
But then you think about it, you're like, dude, I'm paying for 5 accounts.
Yep. In what, like, you're basically doing the, yeah, exactly. You're basically doing the same thing. Which, like, Blizzard, I mean, you can argue that Blizzard absolutely took advantage of that when they introduced the WoW token. They're like, okay, people want to buy gold. Why don't we just let them buy gold? And we'll at least make a profit off of it, and it will cut the like illegal gold market down a little bit, because the people who are like in chat right now that and you, right, that are too afraid to buy gold, or like maybe they're not too afraid, but they're almost too afraid to buy gold. They're still gonna go and get it, but they're like really not happy about it. Like if suddenly they can buy gold legally, go for it.
Yeah, and I know why Blizzard did it. Like the token was literally like, okay, this is a problem that we'll never be able to actually handle as a company. So let's just try and profit off of it and give people like an option that won't get them banned, right? Like, not like they ban anyone to begin with, but I like instead of trying to fix the problem, never ending and like being in a cycle for 10 years as a company, they were just like, we'll just try to undercut the competition and like keep it in house,
which hasn't worked.
It absolutely has not worked. It will never work.
I know. I've seen so many conversations about retail players who are like, oh yeah, buying gold is still way cheaper. It's like still cheaper enough from illegal sources that I still just do it that way. And it's like,
well, it'll always be that way because otherwise the illegal sources wouldn't be around anymore, right?
Yeah.
It has to be that way. Whatever the WoW token price is like the baseline. Botters go, okay, well, that's our cap. We can't sell for more than that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I hated it, man. Like I hated the gold buying incentivizing that was going, like, it for me it was all in like TBC and beyond. Was like, okay, I don't feel like playing this game 30 hours a day. They have banned my money making strategies. I'm not allowed to multi-box anymore. So I don't know how to make money. I don't have a mage. I don't feel like sitting in slave pens all day AoEing down 200 mobs for, charging people that bought gold.
Yeah, I mean, that's like why I had more like multiple characters, and why I had like at least one designated like GDKP character was because that's like how I got enough gold to sustain the things that I needed to be doing.
Yep, and guess what? 90% of that gold you got from GDKPs was purchased gold. Guarantee it, 100%. Like it's just people trading around illicitly obtained gold.
Yeah. This
GDKPs.
This is wiki, homie. Yeah, but at least then your hands feel clean, right?
Yeah.
Feel clean.
It's like when you go to the bank and you pull out, $20. There's a chance that $20 bill was drug money at some point in time. There's probably a good chance that some of the money you touched with your hands in real life was drug money at some point.
Paper money these days, absolutely. Like, who uses paper money anymore?
Dude, I went to a concert a couple weeks ago, and they said it's cash only to like buy the ticket to get in the door,
Oh.
and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, is there an ATM around here? Because I don't even know if I can use an ATM. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I got a haircut not too long ago, and it was cash only. And I was like, how does this work?
well, so tattoos and haircuts are still mostly cash only because those are the professions where they don't report their earnings
Yeah.
to the IRS. So they're like, yeah.
Well,
cash
yeah.
only.
The irony was the haircut guy was like, oh, there's an ATM in the tattoo shop next door.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So-
Yeah, they probably had to do it because tattooists or tattooers, whatever they want to be called these days, hate taking digital payments.
Yeah.
Which is weird for me because I feel like you would get larger tips if you took digital than if you were getting cash.
Maybe.
Because like I feel like if I am going to pay for a haircut or a tattoo, and they say it's cash only, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, it's a $40 tattoo or whatever, or $40 haircut. I'll pull out 10
tattoo.
for the tip.
Jeez.
But if it was like tap your phone and like pick, I would probably give him like $15 tip.
Yeah. Well, also, yeah, because I don't know. If you know that it's going to be cash only, but they haven't like set a specific price for like the tattoo, for instance, they're just like, well, it'll be around this or whatever. Then you're like, well, I don't really know how much it's going to be, so I'm just going to pull out however much cash, and then like it might get done, and they're like, oh, sorry, this like ended up being more time and effort than I thought, and you're like, well,
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on tattoos.
Your tip's kind of gone then, because I don't have any extra cash.
Yeah, people, I hate that a tattoo, so back in the day when I used to get tattoos when I was like 18, I would go in, I'd walk in the front door, I would say, is anyone available today? And then someone would come up and they'd be like, yeah, man, I'm taking walk-ins, like, what you looking for? And then I'd be like, I kind of want something like this, and then they would get an idea for it, and then they'd be, all right, cool, well, come back, tomorrow or the next day, and I'll have something drawn up. You pay your deposit, and you just go. You do your thing. Nowadays, dude. Oh, and they would tell you, yeah, that'll be about $400, right?
Yeah.
Like just straight up. That's a $400 tattoo. And then you can decide if you want to do it. But nowadays, it's like you find a tattoo artist on Instagram.
Yep.
They don't book in the store. You have to DM them, and they all have like these weird requirements for like how they want to be reached out.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, by the way, it's $250 an hour. And I'm like, okay, well, how long is this tattoo gonna take? And they're like, I have no idea.
Yeah. Or they're like, or they give you an estimate, and they're like, it might be more than this, but you have to pay half of this up front or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, you want me to pay
$500?
Yeah, you want me to pay like, yeah, $250, $500 before. And sometimes it's like, I want the deposit before I do the artwork, because the artwork takes a while. So you don't even see the drawing. You're like, I don't even know what this is.
Bro, I get so mad. These tattoo artists, man, they draw your shit in front of you half the time. Like, you'll book a session and you'll send them reference work, and you'll be like, this is kind of what I'm looking for, yada, yada, yada. And you don't get to see it until you walk in the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
And half the time, they're like, oh, hey, what's up, Winky? Hey, take a seat in the corner over there. I'll be right there. And you can see them drawing your tattoo right in front of you. And then it, like, puts you in this weird situation of, like, well, I feel bad if I tell them I don't want this. And, like, they have to go back and, like, redraw it, reschedule. Which you should do. No one should be afraid of that, by the way. It's like, but there are people pleasers, right, that are, like, scared to say no.
Yeah.
It's like, that shit's going to be on you forever, dude.
Yeah, you should be... I still don't get why people, like, why people don't do what you're saying, but also why people go to tattoo artists that don't like extensively look at their work and see the quality of their work. They just like show up to a random tattoo artist and they're like, I want this, and then the tattoo artist is like, oh yeah, sure. And then when they get done, they're like, wow, this is garbage. And it's like, did you even look at their portfolio or anything?
Bro, I went to, Cargo's has his sleeves now. I went to go see him, and he was getting work done that day. So we went to the tattoo shop for him to get his newest, like, work done on his sleeve. He had no idea how much any of it was going to cost. And, like, he just showed up, and the artist was like, "Yo, this is what I drew up for you," and he was like, "Dope, sounds good." Sat down, got it done, and then at the end was like, "Okay, how much do I owe you?"
Well,
And it's like, dude,
yeah.
like you can't take a tattoo back. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you can't return it. Like, what if he said more than you were comfortable spending? You know, like,
I feel like Cargos is in a unique position where he can do that, though.
yeah. I mean, he like showed up with like way more money in his pocket than is safely carryable for a human
Yeah.
to be walking around with. And he was even like, "Yo, Winky, if you want something, bro, just tell him what you want, and I'll pay for it." And I was like, "Dude, I am not getting a tattoo right now from some artist I've never seen before."
Yeah,
No.
we still got to get hardcore. Wait, you still got to do your podcast where you interview people as they're
Yeah.
getting tattoos.
Yeah, so that one I'm still trying to find the time to plan. I have so many ideas that I want to do, bro.
Yeah.
I
mean,
want to do all of them.
I like that one a lot.
Me too, and I think it would pop the fuck off on YouTube and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You could do like little, you know, the typical like podcast clips that YouTubers do.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're getting tattooed in it, it's just like instant. You know how people do those videos where it's like they're talking on one half and then the other half is something to keep your brain busy, like Play-Doh being.
Oh, yeah,
molded,
yeah.
or, like,
And that's
dude,
exactly what you would have.
Yeah, if it was just us and then the other half was just a camera of whatever they're tattooing on us,
Yeah. That's
it's
gold.
instantly like attention grabbing.
Yeah.
Plus, it'd be a really dope way to get tons of tattoos. But I do have the guy from Wizards of the Coast that still wants to do it. He messaged me and said he wanted to be my first guest on the podcast. So I was gonna get Magic the Gathering tattoos with him.
That'd be sick.
And yeah, it would be soon. Talk about like his role at Wizards and like all kinds of cool shit. But I don't know. There's a million things I want to do, and I don't have time for a single one of them. I sit here play classic WoW like an idiot.
Well, you're also like rebuilding a car and making music, and it's not like you're not doing cool shit.
Bro, I was supposed to release an album this month, and instead, I'm like 2 songs away from finishing this album. And instead of like finishing 2 more songs and then putting the final touches on like mixing and mastering all of them, I'm a level 30 rogue.
I mean, okay, to be fair, it's really hard to go nonstop with like with any sort of like creativity or project that requires like, you know, attention.
That's
and time.
true.
So
Yeah,
I have to
what are your
I catch
creative
myself.
outlets?
What are mine?
Yeah, I know you play WoW and I know you like making content, but like, do you have any other? Do you do like art or?
I think
I know
like
you work out.
Yeah, working out doesn't take the same sort of mental, but like doing a lot of the video editing and like highlight clips and thinking about long form videos, like that stuff is, right now anyway, that's mostly what I do when I'm like trying to do something that's not just playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Because of like,
that, and then it started feeling tedious. Like I had a lot of fun like doing like making like shorts and stuff.
Yeah.
And then for some reason I just started to not enjoy it anymore, which is weird because all the other creative outlets in my life I've loved for like forever. Like I can't make enough music. I'll never get tired of it.
Yeah.
But with this stuff, it just maybe it felt like a job. I don't know. Same with streaming. Like I just kind of got burnt out.
Oh, I did too.
And
That's
then
why,
the drama, dude.
that's
Like
why
the
I
amount of
stopped.
drama that comes with streaming is just not.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not the
trying
vibe,
to.
man.
This go around, I'm trying to have just like one, like be a step removed from stuff, right? Like don't be involved in moderating communities and running guilds and things like that. And then also
We've learned those lessons.
yeah, and then also when there is drama around the thing that you're doing, if instead of like trying to take a stand on it or like have a real opinion on it, you're just like, oh, it's funny, you know, just enjoy it for its like humor, I think you just have a better time.
Yeah. I kind of like the position. So salt or peanut with salt or salt with salt or whoever
Salt
it
with
is these
salt.
days.
Yeah, salt with salt.
Yeah, and then there's peanut with peanut.
Yeah, peanut with peanut, also good.
He said I'm on everyone's stream these days. I actually like the position. of not streaming actively, but like being around other people's streams.
Yeah.
It's like I can be a side character in everyone's TV shows. You know, like,
Yeah, you just get to drop in. It's like being on like a podcast or something, right?
yeah.
You're
It's
just like,
I'm
oh, I don't have any of the responsibilities of this thing. I can just like show up and have fun and then leave.
I'm like the Wish.com. I'm like the McConnell you have at home, right? Like the cheap McConnell.
Yeah.
Except for when he goes live, he has like 5,000 viewers.
Yeah.
That dude's, he should stream full time. I don't know why he doesn't.
Yeah, I think it's because he prefers being the guest, right? The extra personality. The like, how like a lot of talk shows have like that second host person.
True. Yeah, that they just show up every now and then.
Or they're like there consistently. Like Conan had that guy who was always just sort of like there to like help.
Or like Joe Rogan has the guy that pulls up all the videos.
Yeah. That's just
Danny,
like adding.
his name is?
Yeah, they're adding a little bit of extra value.
Yeah, that's what it is. I like it though. It's non-committal. I don't have to stick to a schedule, and I still want to do events. Like that's kind of where I'm at these days. I want to do like.
Are you working with Only on any of his stuff?
Yeah, we've been in talks for a few things. I've got a bunch of scavenger events and a new Winky Wonkas that I'm planning.
Oh, nice.
I just need to find dates that don't overlap with the homies and their events.
Yeah.
Because I think that's important to me, right? The classic WoW community, having community things to do and like building that and keeping it alive, especially in the era of like, you know, we have Kata and Sod and retail.
Yeah.
It's easy to get like lost in the sauce and like not feel like you have a sense of belonging somewhere.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if we could keep, you know, classic era, classic hardcore alive with these events and like give people some opportunity to make a name for themselves, right? Where they win a couple tournaments back to back. Like I'm wanting to build a website for leaderboards just specifically for the events that I'm hosting.
Oh, right.
So that way, even if there's no prize, there's a permanent like leaderboard where you can click it and like see the VOD of you winning.
Yeah, man.
Kind of like Dungeon Cleave in a way when we did that.
Yeah.
Dungeon Cleave was like we were so far ahead of our time, dude.
Yeah, I think if we had like stuck with it, I don't know. It's tough because
Most excellent.
I think what ended up happening was like
What I need from you now will be very
people
difficult to
didn't
obtain.
care about
Hold
heroics
all
that
these
much, and
feathers,
then heroics
claws,
got
and the
nerfed,
pristine fang.
Yeah.
and so then that kind of killed it too. But like, I do think that it's like a winning idea.
Maybe we bring it back for Sod Phase 4. Like there's you know endgame dungeons that aren't going to be changing. But I mean with the amount of updates and stuff, I guess it could be cool. Like team comps would change every tournament.
Yeah. That would be, I mean, even if it's not a full-on Dungeon Cleave, doing one-offs of those, because that's kind of what I was doing back in before TBC came out.
And that's why we worked together on Dungeon Cleave to begin with. Was like you knew about endgame speedrun. I didn't know shit about it. I just wanted to get my toes wet. You know. Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Dude, that event was incredibly successful too. You and I slayed it with like the pre-event marketing that we were doing.
Oh yeah.
The websites, like the podcast guests, like you came in clutch with the Countdown to Classic podcast guest.
Yeah.
Like that was really fun. Like we did like a whole pre-event.
We were on like
media tour.
Yeah, we were on I was on Countdown. We were both on Warcraft Reloaded.
Yeah.
We got the word out really well.
Yeah, and then we showed up and had like 500 viewers organically.
Yep.
No raids, nothing. Like, dude,
it's got legs, man.
Yeah, that's huge for Classic WoW.
I think I think that people they do get lost in the sauce with like playing the game a bunch. Like people who are really into WoW Classic, it's like, you know, multiple characters, like raiding, all this stuff, whatever. And they like having these like bonus things show up that either give them a reason to play the game differently or give them something to watch that's like
you need something?
maybe a little different, little unique.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you can see it in other classic, like, re-releases, right? Like the old school RuneScape. There's, I mean, the only thing people are still playing that game for is like community run events and like community challenges and things like that. Like, and I think that's the direction classic WoW is gonna go if it's not already there to begin with.
Yeah.
But there's just not enough people doing it. The scavenger hunt, dude, that I did with OnlyFangs, I think you were on your break back then. I don't know if you saw it.
No, you told me about it.
So fun, dude. And I've got another one with like even harder stuff because I realize I'm gonna have to host it for actual WoW players and not a bunch of content creators that don't play WoW.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be even harder. And I'm
Where's
not
it gonna be? Like on what iteration?
Well, so the cool part about the scavenger hunt is it doesn't matter. It can be anywhere. We can do it across server even. Like as long as it's like, if I say classic era, if you have a tune on white main, log in and do the scavenger hunt. Like there's nothing.
Oh, and just open to anybody?
Yeah, it's open to anyone. All you have to do is watch the stream and be in the Discord.
Yeah.
And because all of the scavenger hunt items are going to be turned inside of Discord.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a really fun thing to do. And I think this next one that I'm doing, I'm not going to ask for anything specifically. I'm just going to give out riddles.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be straight up riddles and people have to figure them out and then find the item.
Yeah. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Oh yeah, do your thing, dude.
You can talk to my stream.
Okay. Hey, Zidane. I hate you. I'm just kidding. I don't hate you. So, chat, how's your day? What's today? Saturday, the 15th? What's up, Yerf? The old Jerfrey? Today's the 15th. What are you guys doing? It's Saturday. Is anyone barbecuing? It's hot out. At least it's hot out for me. It's a bright, sunny day in California. Winkies say a slur. Poop nose. Boom. There it is. Yo, should we run a hardcore trio again? Me, Tyrannosaur, and Only. Should we bring back the threesome days? That shit would be wild, dude. We might not have to bring Only in. We might have to get someone that isn't Only, because I don't feel like AFKing inside a major city for 45 minutes while Only does every profession under the sun. I heard that there was a hardcore pseudo fresh happening on Monday. Did anyone hear about that with Crix? I guess Crix said a bunch of hardcore homies are trying to do like a fresh event on Defias Pillager on Monday. I don't know anything about it. I'm kind of out of the loop right now. I haven't been as attentive as I could be. I don't know. Did you hear about that, Duran?
What were you talking about?
I guess Crix is trying to do a hardcore fresh on Monday or something like that.
Oh.
On Defias Pillager, they're trying to bring back a little wave of people playing hardcore.
Oh yeah, that's where Cheesy and Lutheran and some other people are.
Yeah, I think he said something about it. He was in Graze's stream and he said he was trying to rally the troops to do some hardcore again.
Would it be Horde or Alliance?
I think they're doing Alliance.
Ooh.
Which I'm okay with, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm leveling this rogue, and
you don't like Horde?
is just not my vibe, dude. I hate every zone until the mid-30s for Horde.
Really?
I hate the Barons. I hate Stone Talon. I hate Thousand Needles. I hate Tears Fall.
I love
Put me
Horde.
in the Loch Modan. Put me in Westfall, dude. Put me in Wetlands. I get so happy when I'm in those zones.
Man, I think maybe it's just maybe whatever you were into back in the day, because like I'm the opposite. Like I just want to be in Horde zones. Do I kill this guy? Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, when I was a kid I played Alliance, so that probably makes sense.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Dude, you're owning the world PvP.
Yeah, dude. Okay, guy. Huh?
Oh. Oh, you should kill him.
He's low level, but I will kill his pet, because... Fuck you, dude. Yeah, WoW PvP has been actually a ton of fun here.
So my goal with this rogue is to literally... So Gray's made a rogue, a gnome rogue, to camp his friends. And my goal with this rogue is to keep that rogue from ever hitting 60.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm literally just going to stun lock him. Like, he's not going to be able to move the character.
You're just going to follow him around and sap him over and over again?
Yes, I'm going to grief the shit out of Grays with this rogue.
Good.
Because he's making that rogue's existence just to grief cargoes, basically. He just wants to camp cargoes.
Ah. That sounds, I mean, that does sound funny, but he wouldn't be able to, like, stream it, right?
I mean, I think he would, and he would just laugh about it and not care.
Yeah. That'd be good.
I wish I played Horde when I was a kid, dude. Everyone seems to like Horde more. And I feel so weird being an Alliance Andrew. It's like me and Ompi are Alliance players, and that's like the only people I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I mean, you know this. I think a lot of us are no longer like die hard one faction or the other because we've played this game so much and you just hop between the two.
Yeah, true.
But
like if I was gonna get a tattoo, I would for sure be getting an Alliance tattoo.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely get a Horde thing. I've thought about like different ideas for like kind of Horde inspired.
Like the Horde logo.
Well, no, I think what I would do is if I ever got a sleeve, I think that it would be inspired by like gypsy tattoos, but the gypsy would be like a female troll gypsy.
Oh, that would be cool.
That kind of thing.
You know that that's like an offensive thing now?
Gypsy stuff?
Yeah, apparently you're not allowed to even talk about it anymore. Like apparently it's offensive. I don't know why. I don't know anything about it.
Technically my family come from gypsies, so I can use it.
I don't even know the lineage or history of like the only thing I know about gypsies is that they're at Ren fairs. They always have like a gypsy tent at Ren fairs.
Oh yeah. That's where gypsies thrive.
Were they like was it like they were like traveling like peddlers of wares or something? Like so I don't know what
the way that I guess like assume that I have gypsy association is that my aunt is a historical professor at Rutgers, and so someone else in the history department did some like lineage stuff with her last name, so on my mom's side of the family, and they're like, oh yeah, that last name is definitely like was associated, and like its structure and everything is very much of like gypsy origin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've been on this like weird like so I go snowboarding. I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get you in trouble, but like I go snowboarding and there is a mountain in California that was named apparently an offensive word for a Native American woman.
Oh.
I'm sure people in chat can come to their conclusion on what it is.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I was like, all the locals in this town that I know a lot of people here, none of them ever cared about the name of any of this stuff. And so I Googled it. There was a Native American woman who went on the Oprah Winfrey show. And she just randomly proclaimed that this word was offensive towards Native Americans. So the United States, within like 2 weeks, had issued mandated name changes of like 15 mountain ranges and 15 rivers in response to that. And then like several Native American historians, like people that actually live on reservations and stuff, came out right afterwards and like they were like, that is not offensive at all. like there's no offensive connotation to that. This girl on Oprah was just freaking out about it for no reason.
Yeah, that stuff's wild.
Yeah, but now like an entire industry had to like go through a giant name change. Like every business on that mountain had the word in it.
Yeah.
That's wild. This is the world we live in, though, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
These eggshells, man. We're
It's-
just walking on eggshells.
I mean, yeah. Especially when you're like streaming, right?
Yeah, I think the intent matters a lot, and I think a lot of people
Yeah.
ignore intent.
Oh, for sure. Getting like clipped out of context can be like career ending, or if you're like a full-time streamer, but it's like, what?
Bro,
what's
I
the
got clipped out of
context?
context, and people thought that I actually owned a gold-selling website.
Yep.
Like, meanwhile, I made those jokes to troll Blizzard and to slap it in their face, showing them that they'll never do anything about it because they're a bad company. Like, the whole concept of me joking about that was in favor of the people who got me in trouble for having that, like making those jokes.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually blows my mind. It's like, you guys, I'm on your team.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's like the comments I get on like YouTube videos and stuff that are like when I'm trying to make a point about like classic fresh or season of discovery changes or whatever, and people will come in and they'll just rail against my idea, but what they're saying is like directly in line with the point I'm trying to make, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Did you?
I think I take some, I level with people like that to some degree, because I get the same thing. Like, you put a video out and the people are just like immediately countering everything you just said.
Yeah.
As a contrarian myself, though, I do kind of see, like, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, they just want to have this debate. Like, they don't really care.
Yeah.
Some of them do. Some of them are just wacko, insane people.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think some people just straight up like to debate people on the internet. Like,
Oh, for
it goes
sure.
back to like 4chan days. Like, people just post shit to intentionally start arguments for no reason at all.
Yeah, that's like a pastime that people have.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes even like unintentionally. It's just what they have started doing on the internet, and so now they're just drawn to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of my pastime. I usually go in there and just start immediately disagreeing with whatever someone says just to see what they say in response.
Yeah. I think like also it just took a while. Like we talked about, like context matters, but subtext matters too, and it's so hard to read that if it's just like words posted as like a comment on a video or something. So like it's so easy to like read someone's comment and just assume the worst, but then you like talk to them and oftentimes they're like, oh yeah, I just was like, I was making a joke, or I was just sort of stating like, you know, a random opinion. I wasn't like insinuating anything. And it's like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, me and Grace for Days are setting up this fight in real life.
Oh yeah, like a boxing match?
Yeah, we're gonna do WoW boxing. We're gonna duel in game, then we're gonna get out of the duel and fight around in real life.
Nice.
Where would you like to fly to?
So we've been trying to build this narrative of like beef between us,
I'm working on getting
so that
some
we can
supplies together
make
for our outpost near the
fake
There's a high demand
beef
for
for the
succulent
boxing.
taste of crawler.
Yeah.
So I just go in his chat the other day and I'm just cussing him out, like for no reason at all. Like, I just appear and just start talking bad shit, and then everyone in chat gets really defensive and mad at me.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that I'm just goofing off.
Jeez.
It's a blast, dude. It's fun. I really hope that we get this fight to actually happen, dude.
That would be
You should
pretty
come
cool.
shoutcast it.
What can I help you?
Shoutcast it, yeah.
We want to do it at the,
Where-
the
yeah,
Iron
where
Forge
we're-
gym.
Oh.
Because
That
they
would be
have
cool.
a fighting ring in there, and they have tons of streaming setups, and they're all WoW players.
Yeah.
So like, if we told them like we want to do a WoW boxing event, I'm sure they could even find people that want to fight too.
Yeah. Dude, I was thinking for like off the wall events, doing like a fittest WoW player
Thank you, adventurer.
games
From Nika's report, I see the
Oh, that
alliance
would
is
be
not without its own
sick.
problems.
with like a variety of
Some
events
enemies are
that
shared
test
between
like
us.
strength,
The war chief sent us
endurance,
to investigate strange
gymnastics.
happenings at the temple of
That would be
Atal
so
Haka.
cool.
The
And you
Atal
could, like,
trolls are a
the first
tribe
time you
of
do it,
dark
you could just have
masters
people do all
known
that
for
stuff
practicing
remotely.
forbidden magic.
Yeah, yeah, and then like for the finals, you bring in the last two
Yeah.
people together.
Or you
something.
like you just do it like every 6 months or something. And the
What if you
first
did,
one is just like a
um,
proof of concept.
What if you did like World of Warcraft Ninja Warrior?
That'd be good too.
Like
Then
just
you would-
invite out, yeah, like
Then
a
you
bunch
would
of WoW
need
streamers.
in person, but
Yeah, but okay, so not the town that I live in, but there's a town like a couple over from where I live that has a real life Ninja Warrior like gym, and they're getting more and more popular. These random like
yeah,
not gymnastics but not working out gyms, like parkour style gyms.
yeah,
Dude,
that would be.
you could
that'd
go
be
in
sweet.
there, and I guarantee you they don't make nearly enough money, and they probably don't have nearly enough people signed up for a membership there because it's such a weird,
It's so
off
niche,
the wall, like
yeah.
high school kid thing to do. But like, I guarantee it's mom and pop enough where I could go in there and talk to the owner and be like, "Can I rent this place for a day
Yeah,
and like stream it?"
and like your name will be up on there and everything
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Oh, that would be sick as hell. Has it only told you about the grand dream that we have for the #1 content play of all time?
Oh, probably not. He might be pulling that one close to the chest.
So we had this idea of bringing all the homies out. So like, imagine the TwitchCon house that we had,
Yeah.
but we want to do it IRL stream and we want to go camping.
IRL
With-
stream, go camping.
So there's an IRL stream of us camping, and we're gonna basically play Survivor. So it's gonna be tons of these
Oh
little
God.
Yeah, so there's gonna be tons of like challenges and things to do, and we're gonna be in the mountains and stuff. But the best part is, chat is gonna be allowed to give players advantages and disadvantages. So we're gonna start with like nothing, a sleeping bag, a tent, whatever, right? But people can donate to either take the tent away, take the sleeping bag away, or give us stuff that would be like, oh, here's a lighter or some matches and some like flint and tinder or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a survival show where chat gets to control which team is getting benefits or not
Yeah.
while doing all these challenges.
Dude, that's got legs on it too. Because you could do
Yeah.
seasons with different people.
Exactly, and it'd be fun as hell, like a week long, like just 24/7 live stream where people like Cargos is like freezing at night because chat took his sleeping bag away.
Yeah. That's a good, I mean, yeah. These types of
It'd
events
be
are like,
so fun, dude.
have, like, I think they
It's like
do
some
way
TV
better.
show.
Yeah, but I also think they do way better when they're not massive production.
Yep.
Because you don't, then you like avoid all those costs. So the fact that it's like low scale, like kind of low budget, like somewhat scuffed, does like
Yep.
everyone favors.
And we were thinking about like, okay, so like imagine someone donates for your team and like everyone on the team gets like a bunch of top ramen to cook for dinner that night. Like you get the luxurious top ramen. But then we have like only in Lesamos with like an RV, like being production and like being at a caster's desk.
Yeah.
So they're just sitting there eating like really nice food. Like, you know, someone rolls up with Taco Bell or something and they're just hanging out. And then
Oh,
we're
yeah.
out in the wilderness.
Oh,
just
and you,
dying.
yeah, you just cut between the two. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, all right, we're gonna go back to the caster's desk, and they're just sitting there with like a Coca-Cola.
And then you go back, you go to like the team that didn't get top ramen, and they're just like having
Yeah.
like beans out of a can or something worse.
Yeah, and I'm just out here like boiling river water to try and make it safe to drink.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
Dude, it would be so fun. And the challenges could be really dumb. Like, okay, who can whittle a boat that goes down this stream the furthest before it sinks, right?
Yeah.
Like, just... And then the chat can be like, okay, well, we've donated $800 total, so Team A has to try and whittle the boat with a spoon.
Yeah.
Just all kinds of dumb stuff. Yeah, basically Survivor, but the viewers are in control of it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Dude, like, you could like, I don't know, the dream would be to have like a small studio, like a really small studio that's basically just like us, right? Just the gang that does that kind of event and does like, you know, WoW, like fittest WoW player games and like all of these like events that are able to draw in like decent viewership and numbers and like just like basically pay for like whatever it costs for us to like do the event.
Yeah.
And then we just like have fun with it.
Well, I think it'd be really cool too if we just started our like a little org. Like Cargos and I talked about starting an org. We were gonna call it Full Circle, and it was gonna be like we were gonna get an actual small studio space in California where we both paid the rent on it, and we were gonna put, you know, our streaming setups in there and like have a dedicated like just standing podcast section where we could just sit down and like record a podcast. And I think if we had enough people that were down to do it, like, you know, Sarth could drive up no problem. People would fly in. I mean, you and Crix could come down like whenever. And it would be cool to have like this like central hub for people to be creative within. Like you could have like a little section where it's like, okay, here's a whiteboard with people's ideas and people can stop in and out and everyone has a key to it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure it would be way more beneficial for Cargos and me because we live wherever. I mean, we're gonna want to live close, but I don't know. It's cool. It would feel professional, and like it would feel like it's a business in a way.
Yeah, but even then, like we could do so much without even having like an official space.
Yeah. Well, and then so that was our first idea. Then I bought a house, and I have an empty room in my house, like
Oh yeah,
a full on. And I was like, dude, I'll just do it here. Like we can just do it, and we'll just get it set up, and then my house can just be like a revolving door of all the homies that want to come in and do shit.
yeah, absolutely. Like, because the whole thing is like I think that people think that when they get into this idea of like an org or something like that, they think that like it has to be big and official. And I think like as long as the content is fun and engaging, you can be like pretty scuffed.
Yeah, and sometimes being scuffed is the content.
Yeah.
Like look at OTK, right? Like their shit never works the way they want it to.
Yeah.
But it's funny and people like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. The idea of like doing something bigger than just streaming WoW has always been pretty attractive to me.
Yeah. Well, I think both of us and like only in like a bunch of people have always like we stream and we do that regularly, but we like doing events and like we probably enjoyed the events part of it more than the like regular streaming's part of it.
Yeah, for sure. I think you and I specifically are event centric, whereas people with Grays are more daily. I want to stream, get my 8 hours in and log out and like go play golf.
Yeah.
For me, it's like that sounds like a nightmare, streaming every day for 8 hours a day and like having it be your full-time job.
Yeah.
I would rather be like a program manager for events.
Oh,
like
for sure.
Like what Only does, right? Where
yeah,
you bounce around to everyone and like help them put their events together.
Yeah, like I applied for that job at Blizzard for
You did?
the community liaison person because I was like, that sounds more fun to me than streaming every day. Like working with creators and like helping them like get more connections.
You and I talked about making a talent management company, and I still think we would be really good at it.
Yeah.
Like really good at it.
Who is only Black Smoke? He's had his hand in so many things that I think people don't necessarily realize.
Yeah, I think so. Only Black Smoke, the way I like to put it is like if the little circle of people that you watch on Twitch, like Duranosaur, Cargos, Graves for Days, me,
Sarth,
Crix, Sarth,
Jordy,
like that handful of friends, like the people, like we're all friends. We all know each other in real life at this point. Like I qualify us all as like real life friends. Mm-hmm. Anything that you've seen us do ever that is like a decently good event type production, only Black Smoke has been a pivotal role in helping that become a thing.
Yeah, especially in the
So-
last couple years.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Tips Out, right? Like Tips Out does that
Yeah.
for OTK. Like no one knows that Tips Out is part of OTK unless they know way too much about OTK. Because he's just on the back end doing a ton of work that always goes under the radar, but wouldn't work without him.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what Only does for us.
like he basically
Only-
ran the Hardcore All Stars thing.
Oh yeah, that was a huge undertaking. And then he also made the guides everyone's been using recently for pre-questing for like all the sod phases with
Yep.
Jordy.
Yep.
That's on Jordy's Patreon and stuff, but only Black Smoke did a ton of that
Yeah.
actual like planning out those pre-questing guides and
And
stuff.
there's some, yeah, and then he's got other things in the works. He's done some other stuff too for like other people. It's just,
Oh yeah.
I mean, can't
He's
I
done a lot
like
with stars.
every once in a while I'll see like something like a classic WoW event and I'll like look into it and there'll somehow I'll see a connection where I'll be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
only's doing this. Okay.
Yeah, it's wild. You know what's crazy that I've been doing recently on the back end that no one knows about is I've been helping this major like tech company. It's like basically the Best Buy of Norway.
Oh.
It's called oh, I can't remember what it's called, the name of the company. But they're like a huge tech company in EU. They've been hosting hardcore WoW events.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they hit me up and they were like, "Hey, do you mind helping us like look over our rule set, like make sure anything's good?" Like, so I've been helping them on the back burner with like developing their fine print for the rules for some of the events that they're doing. Like they've done a Mock Garra tournament so far. They've done a dungeon race.
I think
like-
you told me about the Makara one.
Yeah. So they just hit me up again last week. They're doing an 8-hour leveling tournament into Dead Mines, kind of like what we've been doing with Hardcore All Stars.
Smart.
Yeah, it's cool though. It's nice that they reach out for that kind of stuff because I can't cast it. It's all in Norwegian. It's a Norwegian like exclusive.
Oh, it's like real. It's not even just like
Yeah.
on European servers. It's
No, yeah, it's straight up like it's Norwegian exclusive. They have like a whole space where they rent it out. They bring out the content creators in person.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
like a
is it
whole
any
thing.
one that we know, like in terms of people playing?
The only one that you might know is Clockisman. Clock is he started playing hardcore during Road to Rag, and he's a 100% Norwegian streamer.
Okay.
And he speaks enough English that somehow I found him on Twitch one day, and we were just hanging out during Road to Rag. And he's really successful. Like he's an actor in Norway, but he streams for fun.
Okay.
So he does like all kinds of
Special things.
Norwegian like celebrity streams where he invites these other actors to come onto his stream and like play chess against him or whatever he's
Oh,
doing.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. But he just loves hardcore WoW.
I mean, Hardcore WoW's is amazing. It's still got
WoW,
legs,
it goes
man.
so deep, man. Oh yeah, it does. There's still tons of people playing it, and if you check the Reddit, that's like half the posts these days are still hardcore posts.
Yeah. Like, I was surprised how many people, when I started that run, the like self-made hunter run, people were like, oh, fuck yeah, hardcore. And it's just like, wait, how many people are still like playing and watching this? And like, because I think the general sentiment from a lot of people is that like, oh, hardcore is kind of dead, it's over. But then you go and play on the servers and it's like, there's multiple raiding guilds
Yeah.
on both
I saw
factions.
someone
On both.
just last week, their guild attempted KT for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so cool. Like, they're vibing, dude. They're out here. I think that we are in an echo chamber, Duranosaur,
Yeah.
of very sweaty, very plugged in WoW gamers,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and that are always chomping at the bit for whatever's new and exciting and fresh or whatever. But I think the general player base just finds what they like to do, and they just do that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel about rolling freshes kind of like EverQuest does? Are you familiar with how EverQuest does things?
No.
So they've got their expansions, right? They have 10 expansions. And they do classic EverQuest in a rotating way. So I think it's every 3 months they reset and go back to expansion number 1
months.
fresh. Yeah, but what it does is it's a rolling offset. So like, imagine we get a vanilla, and then 3 months later, there's another fresh vanilla server that starts. But the original one keeps going all the way to the end of Wrath.
I think
So
yeah.
you've got these like constant freshes happening, but then you also have these servers where it's like if you have a really good fresh and you want to continue your character, you can go all the way to the end of Wrath over the next year before it resets back to vanilla again for that server.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would definitely play on the fresh people. Right? Because there's so many people who, even if you don't want to play every fresh, you tune in to streamers doing fresh. Because that's like
100%.
That's like peak WoW content, honestly. Is like
Fresh is always
leveling, initial dungeon and gearing up, initial raids. Like that's where WoW
is that the case because it's actually truly the most interesting but fun time to play, or is that the case because it's sparse? It doesn't happen that often.
I mean, that would be the thing to test out, right? Is like, okay, if we do if we're testing this out and we do this like every 3 months, we'll see. Because would people
eventually you just get tired of the low-level zones and you just want to do some endgame for once, right?
Yeah.
I would assume.
For sure. Maybe, yeah. I've always been a big proponent of like they should condense down vanilla TBC and Wrath into 1 year expansions, and then they should just do the 3-year cycle where it's like starting, you know, next fall or like maybe like next spring or something. Like a fresh vanilla comes out and they're like, this is at the 1 year mark after this comes out, TBC will launch. The 1 year after that, Wrath will launch. And
I like that if every 6 months in between a new fresh vanilla starts and a new cycle starts.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Just because, like, I know that, like, okay, Diablo seasons, right? They're about, like, 4 months apart, usually.
Yeah.
And Diablo is a much faster game to, like, get to end game and, like, start farming, but it's not really comparable in that way. But I know that I always make time for a Diablo season fresh every 4 months, and I'm excited about it. Like, I look forward to Diablo seasons a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe every 4 months would be what I would be wanting for a classic fresh.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I mean, even if they did 1 fresh per year, I would be happy with it. Like every year on January 1st, it's like vanilla WoW fresh.
Yeah. I think that at least committing to starting out with that would be good. Because like right now there's no, I mean, one of the reasons people are playing on Deviate Delight, right, is that like, hey, like we want this thing. We've been asking for this thing for a while, and you guys have not even confirmed that you would do it.
Yeah.
And like
I think
people
it's
are,
inevitable, though. They have to do it eventually.
I think so.
They've put a lot of resources and money into getting these classic servers going.
Well, yeah, that's like a thing. I mentioned this like a week or so ago. I should just message a Grind, honestly, in just like a private DM and be like, yo, what are the costs associated with you guys launching a fresh vanilla? Like, is it a lot? Is it a little? Is it a time thing? Is it a resource thing? What's the deal? And just try to get a sense from him, because right now it's just all speculation. I'm like, why aren't they doing this? Do they not want the...
I don't think they'll do it. Okay, this is a doomer take for all the classic fresh people that are playing on Deviate Delight right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling it now. This movement is useless. There is no way Blizzard is going to cannibalize the Cataclysm and Sod player base in the next year. I think that Fresh is coming. It will happen, but I don't think it's happening until the end of Sod.
I agree.
At a very minimum.
Absolutely.
And the end of Sod is like a year away. Like we still have 3 phases at level 60.
For sure.
Like I don't think Fresh is coming on Deviate Delight for at least a year, and then even then it's going to have to be between Cataclysm phases.
Yep.
And it's going to have to work for them to not cannibalize the the community.
I agree, for sure.
And even then, knowing how, gaining whatever insight I could from how they did this with a hardcore official, they're not even going to want it to overlap with Diablo Vessel of Hatred. They're not going to want it to overlap with a new Diablo season. Nothing.
Or
like, it's gonna
retail.
have to be, or retail, like War Within. It's going to have to be a very slow, like, downtime period for them to want to do a classic fresh.
Yeah.
Which is fine, in my opinion. That's great. Like, we're doing this on Deviate Delight because we can, and it's going to be fun. I would just, like, okay. I would like TBC, the Burning Crusade and Vanilla, only, no Cataclysm. And every 4 months, one of them resets, and there's no character progression. Like on a fresh classic, it never becomes Burning Crusade. You can never transfer that character to Burning Crusade, nothing. But then 4 months later, a fresh Burning Crusade comes out. You have to make a new character, level from 1, and then 4 months later, a fresh Wrath comes out. So that way you can be rating like, oh, Tuesdays are my Molten Core night, Wednesdays are my Karazhan on the Burning Crusade server. And like, if you can play whatever X-Pack fits you the most at that time.
I like that. Maybe have it be like if we do the like 1 year vanilla into 1 year TBC into 1 year Wrath, and like during the vanilla, like you said, like 4 months in, there's a fresh TBC.
Yeah.
And that way,
give
and then
enough time for people to have Molten Core on your raid logging it basically.
Yeah. And then
have a TBC come.
And then have a TBC come, and then maybe like at like the 8-month mark have a Wrath come. And then when TBC comes out, like 4 months into TBC, you have a fresh vanilla. So like you get freshes of the versions that aren't happening.
Exactly. Yeah. And like whenever the typical, because the player base, like we've seen it enough, it's just a fact. People play fresh WoW for 3 months, then they quit.
Yeah.
So it's like if every 3 months you can take a month off and then come back for a fresh of whatever expansion is about to have that fresh. I would play till I'm 90 and be happy.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, dude, next month is, I'll get all my camping trips out of the way because in a month from today, Wrath Fresh drops.
Yep.
And then you play Wrath, and like you can try new characters and treat it like seasons,
Yeah. I think just like doing some sort of seasonal with the big three. Just start with something. And I know that like like you said, they're not going to do that anytime soon. They're already spinning so many plates. Dude.
I think Psalm was the right idea. It was the wrong execution. And now it feels like Season of Discovery is straight up a beta for Classic Plus.
Yeah.
When I don't think that is what, I mean, people want Classic Plus, but they don't want it as a season. They want it as a standalone like thing. They want, in my opinion, Classic WoW 1 to 60, and they just want expansions that aren't the Burning Crusade. Like they want new end game content at 60.
Yeah, I don't think people were necessarily looking for all these changes starting at like level 1.
Yeah, and if they do, that's cool. I mean, more power to them too. Like that's a totally thing to want, and SOD delivers on that. But like, I wish they looked at the WoW seasons, like, because I thought when they announced Season of Mastery, I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. We're going to get annual freshes of vanilla WoW, but have like tiny
like
seasonal
small changes.
Like like Diablo 3. Like, oh, this set now grants an additional, 200 attack power or something. Like, there's general themes to each season, but I feel like Season of Discovery is like kind of dipping its toes into non-seasonal gameplay, and
they're for sure
seeing how much they can get away with changing vanilla for Classic Plus. Season of Mastery, in my opinion, did it really good. If they had world buffs, it would have been amazing.
Yeah, and I don't know, the timing was rough, but I think that in hindsight, I would say the timing was actually really good. It's just that the community and the player base was not really prepped for it. And I think now they are. Now they, I think, would more likely engage with it. Because I think...
I agree.
I think people were just like, oh, fresh vanilla? We just did vanilla. But it's like, yeah, but if you like vanilla, then you should come play this thing. And I think so many people just didn't... They didn't attack it. But even then, I would argue, I think we heard from, like, a Grind and maybe some other people that they thought it was an absolute success.
Yes, they did. They confirmed that in the mind of Blizzard, Season of Mastery was a massive success.
Yeah.
And part of that was given, they gave credit to Road to Rag. Because, let's be honest, I'm going to say 60% of the players that played SOM only specifically played SOM because of Road to Rag.
Yeah, or they only even like logged in because it was happening. Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, that was what finally got Blizzard's attention about our community hardcore mode, right? Was Road to Rag was like the call to arms, that the Horn of Gondor that got Blizzard's attention.
Yeah, the Horn of Gondor. Yeah.
Yeah, but it, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard because when you talk about this stuff, everyone wants something slightly different, but also kind of the same.
Yeah, that's the problem, I think, with Season of Discovery, or doing anything like Season of Discovery or Classic Plus, is that everyone has their idea of like what would be the best changes, and Blizzard can't win, right?
Yep.
Every decision they make to appease one person or one group is going to upset another, and that's why I think that, like, as much as I think it's cool that they're doing the sandbox thing, I don't think it's sustainable long term.
Yeah, I think to Jay's point in chat about people not wanting to lose their characters, I think that if you just said, this is what we're doing, we're going to send it, you know, there's going to be a fresh, and your character is not going to be continuable, but you can transfer it to like an ever-living era server if you want to, right? But like, you can't take it to the TBC fresh, right? I think eventually you'll start getting the mentality built around players not keeping their characters, because that's some of the appeal. For a Diablo player like me, some of the appeal of playing each season is like, okay, what's my RNG going to be like this season? Like last season in Diablo 2, I had some of the best RNG I've ever had in the last 20 years of me playing the game. It was like the #1 season I've ever had, period, hands down. Like, I was golden hands lucky. And that was fun. And now this season, my luck has been the worst I've probably had in years. And that's also fun because it's like, okay, cool. You know, like, it's cool to roll the dice, you know, like, and if people get used to that, I think they'll learn to like enjoy it.
Yeah. I think that there was and is a group of classic players who, because they played private servers and like your server like randomly closing down, and like a new one randomly coming up was just sort of became the norm there. They're used to that and they're fine with it. And I think that so many people who played classic, like the vast majority of people who played classic, I don't think played private servers, and so they didn't have that conditioning. But I think that the majority of people, if they got used to that idea and that concept, they would enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, I think that there's this thought with World of Warcraft that I put in work on this character. I want this character. I want to like have this character and this thing forever, for like all time. This is my character, like throughout the rest of whatever I do in WoW. And like, that's fine. I get that. And they can still maintain that with the era servers. But people lose track of this idea that, man, just sometimes just like playing the game is the reward, is the lasting impact. And you don't need the character with like the mounts and the transmog and the legendaries to enjoy the game.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in a battle with a mage. He just blinked away. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. I found him. Yo, I like this guy. His name's Ben Franklin, and he's got Ben Franklin hair, and he's wearing overalls.
Oh, there you go.
I like this guy a lot. What guild is he? He's not in a guild either, right?
Oh.
Oh, he has to evocate? Oh, brother. I'm gonna shoot him with my bow.
Oh,
Shoot.
brother.
Oh, wait, no. A hunter came in. Oh, shit. The hunter's chasing him down. I'm going into stealth, and I'm gonna kill him.
Let's see here. Bloomhook. Everyone who played hardcore knows that it's hard to get over the first time you lose your character. Yeah, hardcore, I think, has also done that really well for the community.
100% agree.
It makes you just appreciate playing the game to play the game and not worry about, you know, how, like, the longevity of any individual character.
Could not agree more. Yeah, hardcore was great to really teach you less like you have less attachment. Also, though, it did create more attachment in some way.
Yeah, like you care way more about that character than probably most characters you've ever played in WoW. Outside of maybe like your original main or like whatever character you have, you know, the greatest achievements on.
Mm-hmm.
But like any like random alt you've ever made means so much less to you, I'm guessing, than like a hardcore character that you like make it to max level on.
Bro, I can't find this mage. He like ran into this building and disappeared.
Dude, you're getting wrecked.
No, I mean
by Ben Franklin.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. He like, what? Did he log out?
That would be.
I had him targeted, but then he was like drinking to full, and now he's gone. I don't know where he went. I think he may have logged out.
Man, he got you good.
I mean, he didn't kill me.
Yeah, but
he ran away.
He was if he was gonna lose. Now he doesn't lose.
Yeah, now he wins. Now he just straight up outplayed me. I'm pretty sure he just like ran into the Hillsbrad building and logged out because all these are friendly to him.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'm at the Hillsbrad human area.
Yeah, that's the first place where I had world PvP.
Yeah, I got owned. I got smoked by 2 high-level rogues the first time I stepped foot into Hillsbrad.
Yeah, I got ganked. I had a rogue that was like 6 levels above me open up on me, and I sticky glued him and kited him to death. Which, like, in my mind, it's like that's how you use sticky glue right there. Like, that's a charge well used.
Great use. That's a clip that you can use. That's what that is. You clipped on that, man.
Yeah. And I'm like, here's the thing too, is like, if I'm playing in Alliance and someone has to use sticky glue to beat me, it's like, all right, touche. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to be that upset about that.
Especially if they're 6 levels above you.
Yeah.
You know, you put in the work. You deserve the sticky glue. It's like potioning, right? I potion in world PvP. I know that in dueling you're not supposed to.
Oh yeah, in world PvP is open. It's like fair game, right?
I potion, I swiftness pot. Like I'll do what it takes.
Yeah, I'm preemptively flaring the rogue I'm about to open on. Like I'm doing doing everything.
Yeah, you ain't living through this one, buddy.
Yeah, there's no rules in world PvP.
Except for don't camp someone more than like 2 times, in my opinion. That should be a rule.
Yeah.
Unless it's Graze, and then we just kill him over and over and over again.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Graze tried to kill me in hardcore.
When you were you were doing BGs. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I watched that happen live.
Yeah, he tried to kill me on a non-hardcore literal twink rogue.
I mean, let's
he used Minchina's skull on me.
Let's be clear here though. You were queuing up for BGs on a hardcore character.
I was.
Because
still, like,
and you had an AFK macro.
But he was stream sniping. That's cheating.
I know. I mean, I'm not saying he's in the right, but I am saying that, like, I don't think he necessarily did anything egregious.
No. It would have been a hilarious death clip, too, if he had been the one that killed me.
Yeah.
That was back in the day. That death clip would have got 2 views.
2 views? Is that what you said?
Yeah. That was back in the day when no one watched death clips.
Oh, people watched. It was just the same 100 people.
Bro, I swear, like, you have the same problem that I do. When hardcore was in its peak and there was a lot of viewership to be gained in hardcore, you and I have the same problem that we did not die. Like, we did not die often enough.
Yeah.
Which really...
It only pays off when you're actually, like, when you, like, ding 60 or whatever.
Yeah.
But even
like,
then, it's probably not as good.
Yeah, like, through the Frontier, like, KT push, even, we didn't die. If we died on official hardcore at 60, like, that clip would have gotten 30,000 views.
Yeah. Or
But
if
no.
you griefed, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you were Tiny Violin, you know. People call him Voldemort.
Yo, Bunsen, thank you for the tier 1. Yo, I gotta do a handstand push-up real quick. Can you do these yet, Winky?
So I've been working out, and one of my goals is to be able to do one. I can't do one right now. I haven't tried one recently.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm getting close to actually being able to do one, yeah, for sure. But I realized handstand push-ups are way more shoulders.
Yeah.
Which I didn't have, built up at all.
Yeah. It's a lot of positioning, but also, yeah, shoulder.
All right, enjoy your push-up.
All right.
Bro, it's so wild that you can just do that. I don't think people understand truly how difficult it is until they try it themselves. Because you make it look pretty easy, bro. You just like kick your feet up on the wall. Like even getting your feet up on the wall is difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I randomly decided, oh, I'm gonna do this for stream, right? It's like, hey, there's this thing that I have developed and has taken me probably like several years to be able to do on a whim.
Yeah, it's not exactly an easy thing to do. I learned that real quick.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, Rachel? And yes, Bark, it was only 1 sub.
Are you still doing your burpees? I've been following along with your burpee journey.
I am, but I don't do it daily because some days I just don't get any, like, followers or whatever.
Yeah, true.
So, and then some days I only get like 2, and I'm like, I'm just gonna let this build up for a bit.
Have you noticed it actually impacting the follower count though? Like, do you
Not
think people
really.
are actually following just to see you do a burpee?
No, I don't think so. I think that people are just following because
wonderful.
Because I'm
Fresh
putting
meat
out
for the
content
fire tonight. Thank you,
I
adventurer.
found out a
With
little
the threat
secret
of-
with YouTube Shorts. DM me next time you're about to post one, and I'll give you the ways.
Is it about yo, thank you for the prime. Is it about not posting it to your subscribers feed?
Yeah.
I've tried that. I've tried doing both.
So keep not posting it to your subscribers, because it didn't work at first for me either. But then I did it I did it for like a week straight to test it.
Okay.
The first day it didn't do anything at all, bad views. But then after that, the next day, like 14,000 views on the short.
Okay. So
And
just
then
commit
the next
to
day
it.
it was like 8,000. Yeah, and then you still get like a couple that are like, okay, 300 views, whatever. But like it has a way higher chance of just like literally popping the fuck off.
Okay. Well, I have some queued up that I can change.
Because you and I, we have a lot of YouTube subscribers that literally are just dead accounts that like don't watch WoW content anymore. So until we get that built back up with like fresh subs, right?
Yeah.
It's
True,
probably
true.
better to just hope the algorithm picks something up. I hate algorithms, man.
You hate them?
Yeah, I don't like the idea that it just like feeds people what it thinks you want.
Yeah.
I saw this this guy, I don't remember who it was, but he was talking to someone about a new potential way to use algorithms, and he wanted to start a company where you could choose the algorithm that you would like. So it would like give you like 6 or 7 different options for algorithms, and you can like customize them, and like, and then it gives you the feed of like exactly what you said you wanted,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Instead of
Because
trying to
right now
predict
it's
it,
like, yeah, it's all predictive, it's all AI and stuff.
Yo, what's up, Unusually Big? I think you might know who this is. I gotta do another handstand push-up. Do you not know Unusually Big?
No.
Oh, it's Winky, Unusually Big. The Winkster.
Enjoy your push-up. Ooh, make it 6. That's unfortunate. 6 push-ups. He just did 1. He hasn't seen it yet.
I think I may have missed something.
You ready for 5 more?
5? Oh, bark. Okay. All right, we'll do 5 more. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. You're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him.
Oh.
You ready for 5 more?
Oh my goodness. All right, it's one of these days, huh? Huh? Huh?
I don't know how you could just do five back to back. Like, that's scary. I can't even do 10 regular push-ups back to back like that.
Ugh. Oh, jeez.
I'm eating nothing but red meat and weights. Actually, believe it or not, my diet consists of straight up red meat and
carnivore
vegetables.
man?
No. I mean, I get like broccoli and cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, squash, zucchini, but like my diet is 100% steak and vegetables now. I don't eat really any carbs, no bread, barely any rice. Like I just started adding rice in because I was so low energy. It was difficult for me to go to the gym.
Carbs will help with that for sure.
Yeah, so I was doing red meat and veggies to cut weight, and then I got to my goal of where I wanted to cut to. And now I'm ready to build.
Last time I saw you, I feel like you did not need to cut any weight.
I did though, because like, okay, I was like at 189, and like, I don't know, my pants like weren't fitting the same way they used to, stuff like that. And it was just straight up like skinny fat, dude. Like literally.
Oh.
Like I was drinking too much beer, right? And I wasn't drinking like Coors anymore. I was drinking too much like craft beer, which is really bad.
Oh, that's
for
a
you.
lot, yeah.
So, yeah, TLDR, I dropped 20 pounds down to 165-ish. And now I'm going to go back up to 180 with muscle, hopefully over the next year.
Well, then you need to be eating.
Yeah, so I started mixing rice in. I'm doing my I'm like giga high protein right now. I'm just every morning is like protein yogurt, protein shake, red meat. It's just nothing but protein right now, and I can feel it. I mean, it's working.
If you're feeling good, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I was in a call with Only for like an hour and a half the other night because he was asking me about, he had questions about workout stuff and things.
Oh, he's been deep in the workout.
Yeah. I did have to break it to him though, because he was like, yeah, I'm trying to like, I want to lose like 4 or 5% body fat and gain some muscle. And I'm like, well, you can't do that at the same time.
Yeah, you got to lose the body fat first.
Yeah, well, you can do it either way.
Last time I checked, I was so I went to the gym with Cargos in December of last year, and I think I was at like 17% body fat. And I checked last week, and I'm down to 11. I don't think I'm breaking 10 with my dietary restrictions. Like, it's just too much for me. I think breaking 10 is difficult. Breaking 6, from what I heard, is like professional bodybuilder status.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could maybe get down to 10.
What can I help you with?
But I like to divulge in like, oh, I'll have a soda, you know, or you know, I'll go out on a Friday to a concert and I'll drink a beer. And like you can't do that if you want sub 10 body fat, in my opinion.
Yeah, depending on, I mean, a lot of it is your own
Like
personal
yeah.
biology and genetics. I think I might be sub 10 right now, but yeah. That's
It
with
is.
doing cardio 7 days a week and
Oh, you know what's
not
crazy?
overeating and stuff.
I lost close to 20 pounds over the last 3 months with no cardio.
actually.
Barely, honestly, barely any cardio.
Well, if you're,
Like I would go on walks, but
As
like
long
yeah,
as
I was just
you're-
eating less than I was putting in or burning.
yeah, as long as you're, I mean, eating fewer calories than you burn, then you'll lose weight. You don't have to do any cardio. I was talking to Only, and we were talking about like cutting and how to cut. I was like, there's 2 ways you can go about the whole like caloric deficit thing. One is eat less, the other is move more. And
Yeah.
I much prefer to
do
move
both.
more. Yeah, I mean you can do both, but I think that for a lot of people it's like if you don't like cardio, if you can't stand cardio, then you just got to eat less.
Bloom said walking burns 90% as many calories as running when the distance is the
Yeah,
same, but the
that's true.
distance is the same, but the time required is much longer when you're walking.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer doing back-to-back sprints for a mile than walking a mile in 20 minutes. You know, like if I can get done in 6 minutes what I could get done in 20, I'm doing the 6-minute option for sure.
Yeah. That's
But I
kind of
agree.
where I'm at.
I think just moving your body, like I've been hiking a lot recently, and I have to make sure I'm bringing like, you know, energy gel packets or whatever it is that I need to, because my carb intake is so low right now that it's like it's difficult for me to have
Dude.
the energy.
Yeah. I think that's why I do things the way that I do them. Like I do as much cardio as I do because it's like I know that I can then have the carbs and everything that I need to not feel bad.
Yep. I was talking to my friend because she's like a fitness influencer, I guess is the easiest way to describe it. And she's like, when you think of fitness influencers, she is like the exact person you think of. Like
Nice.
buff as fuck, Gymshark sponsorship, like chronically online, but in the gym world, and it's kind of cringe in a way. And she literally was like, just trust your body. Like she's like, I'm not gonna say you need a personal trainer or like a dietitian. Like, if you're hungry, it means you're not consuming as many carbs as you need when you're at the gym to get through your workout. Like, if you don't have the energy for it, eat more, but you just got to make sure when you're eating that and you have that energy that you're expending it on working out, not
Yeah.
not just eating more to satisfy a satiation and then play video games for 9 hours.
Right. And I think that there's also maybe it's just me, but I think I fell into this like idea that you eat because you did a lot, when in reality it's you eat because you're going to do a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're preempting what you're about to do.
Yeah.
With what you're eating.
Like if you do like I have a day where like you go on like a really big hike or something, and then you get home and you're like, well, I'm gonna eat an entire pizza because I did a lot today, and then the next day you're like, well, it's a rest day. You're kind of fucking yourself over.
100%. Yeah.
It should be the other
It
way.
sucks, though, because my favorite thing to do after a hike is go to the local brewery and grab a burger and a beer. You know,
Yeah.
like that's what everyone does when they do a big long hike.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's
But do that the day before the hike and just
yeah, definitely.
You'll think
But man, does it hit diff after a nice workout
yeah.
to like eat some hearty food.
Oh man, the best meals I've ever had in my life have been on the back end of some sort of like big physical exertion.
Oh yeah, I went and did a hike in Yosemite, and it like ripped me apart, dude. Like this was a rough hike for me. And I ate afterwards, and I was like, this is the best beer sandwich combo I have ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
It was bad though. Like I had to stop halfway down the trail and like sit down for 20 minutes and like eat a granola bar, like one of those, what are they called? Cliff bars?
Yeah.
Because I could literally feel the energy just getting sapped from my body.
Yeah. I mean, hiking is even more so than just walking.
Yeah, I've been training, dude. I'm doing Half Dome in October.
Oh,
So I've been really training because Half Dome's a 17-mile hike, and it's like wild elevation game. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna have to be on a Stairmaster for like the entire month of September.
jeez. Yeah.
It's gonna suck. But
Dude,
you
big
know what?
hikes like
It's
that
Half
are-
Dome. You got to do it once if you're in your life. You know, like you can't not do Half Dome.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to go down there and hike a bunch.
Oh, come stay with me, dude. I live an hour
Yeah.
from Yosemite.
If I can, if we can get to a place where this baby does not need as much care.
Yeah. 100. Well, of course you're gonna get to that place. It might take a few years.
Well,
but
yeah, eventually.
yeah.
Eventually.
Bring the whole family, dude. It's not like I have a very family friendly house. They can come.
That's true.
We can leave the kids and the wives, and we'll go hike, and they can go like do like wine tasting or something.
Oh yeah. That would probably work out pretty well.
That's what Cargos does.
Yeah.
He comes out here, and then the wifey hangs out at the house. That man, talking about gym shit, that dude is at the gym 6 hours a day.
Dude, he's like, it's so crazy because at TwitchCon, he was getting
Not
a little
looking
chunky.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bro, he is the typical like Ziz style quit WoW for a year, got hella buff.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely got way healthier, but I think that his was I think I was like decently healthy. I think that his was a much more stark difference.
Well, you know how he is, dude. He goes from 0 to 200% on any whatever he's fascinated with at that time.
Yeah.
He's all in.
And he,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
he
the gym
just,
shit, dude. It doesn't even look like him anymore.
yeah. He's wearing those
Gosh,
little like spaghetti strap tanks when he streams now and stuff.
Yeah, he's got it. Hey, you know what though? I respect it.
He's got it. I mean, it's not like he's wearing those and he's not got anything to show.
Exactly, dude. If I was at the gym 6 hours a day, paying $5,000 per arm, getting my tattoos done,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
showing that shit off, dude. I'm
Yeah.
showing it off.
Yeah, if I
At
had
least
like
for a
full
while.
sleeves, I would absolutely be rocking that stuff.
Yeah, that dude, he's deep in the gym life, like, and he's figured it out. Like most of his friend group he met through the gym, so they all hold each other accountable. Like they want to go to the gym because that's where their community is.
I knew that he was the
It's
right
like a whole
captain for the
vibe.
mission. Booms.
Yeah.
The problem with me is all my friends are
Good work,
idiots.
Good work.
I make all my friends at like concerts
So
or
you could have done
EDM
a
shows.
better
Or, like
job cleaning off the...
they're all just dumbass druggies.
My thanks to you, adventurer. Our
Yeah.
operation
Or
turned
a
out
wow.
to see increased output and productivity
Yeah.
thanks to your help.
Only
Well,
was
look
kind
at
of saying the
that.
same
I had
thing.
to
He was
use
like, man, one of the hard things is that like most of the people I know
Zanzil the
IRL
outcast,
and
most of his followers in the
interact
gym
with
who I-
are not gym. They don't go to the gym or anything, so that makes it weird.
Yeah, it's hard. I kind of thought about joining like a smaller gym. Like you know how like every town has like the big name brand gyms, like 24-hour or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they have like those gyms
I
where
had
some
to
guy
use
bought
some
an
of my
auto
favorites.
shop that
Gave
like went out of
away a rare
business.
Yeah.
And like, just
bottle
puts
of
a bunch of
elven
shit in
wine
there.
and
Oh,
did
that's
some
just,
heavy
like,
deducing
typical
myself, but I
CrossFit.
found the information.
Yeah, I feel like those are more community based though, and like you can get to know people in there and they'll help you out and like teach you shit more.
Yeah.
I feel like going to the bigger gyms, which is what I do now, it feels more corporate. Like people go in there with their headphones on.
Oh yeah, you don't interact with
They
people
don't-
there.
Yeah, they don't look around. Like you could be dying next to them on the squat rack. They're not gonna help you.
Yeah, no, not at all. Because if they do help you
Time is
and you're the
money.
wrong person,
Boots. They're
you
like
might-
Yeah, you're
sausage
gonna
you might get
adventurer.
mad at
Look
them,
quick
yeah.
with the
Yeah, you're gonna post a video of them on
best
Twitter
deals
and like
anywhere.
call them out for touching you.
Yeah. Switch
But I
gyms
also
every 3 months
know
for the fresh experience.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
I should just start live streaming from the gym, man. Like,
Dude, I've thought about it. I just don't know how well that would go in terms of like how fun it
yeah,
would be
people.
to
I
watch.
feel like people would be the problem.
Like,
Because you know, Ironforge does it with OTK, but they made the gym to stream from the gym.
yes.
Like if you go to like a, you know, any like a Planet Fitness and you're streaming, like there's a good chance that some girl's gonna think you're taking pictures of her butt, Right? There's gonna be all kinds of weird shit that might happen.
Mm-hmm.
People say dumb stuff. There's DMCA music going on. Like
Yep.
I don't know.
It's definitely
gotta be difficult.
yeah, it's rough. But I do like the idea of like of fitness content.
100%. I like you seem to be doing a lot of fitness stuff on TikTok.
Yeah, it's too bad right now that I'm not really lifting. I'm doing just like cardio and stuff like that because I think what sells on TikTok is like lifting weights and
Yeah,
stuff.
doing like big bench presses.
Yeah, so I'll do a strength cycle this winter, and I think that'll be fun for like the TikTok and the YouTube shorts.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you can use it as like a creative outlet too, it's an easier way to stay dedicated to
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, it's definitely
You're like,
motivation.
oh, I'll get a video of me doing squats today on this. You know, I'm maxing out my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Minor Hackett is here. I just don't know where he is.
Yeah, but Jira's got that home gym. I have like I mean, I have my garage, but like it's a garage. I'll sell my body.
I don't have any workout stuff at home. I actually just do body weight stuff mostly now because I got something happened with my neck and my whole like shoulder went out, so I couldn't even do push-ups for like the last month.
Yeah.
So I've just been doing
Body weight stuff's great, man.
Body weight stuff.
That's a lot of what I do.
That like you don't get the results as fast, I guess, maybe.
I think it
sucks having to like lift a gallon of milk 400 times before you feel a burn.
Yeah, it's eventually, yeah, it's just like, well, you just have to do more reps to get the same stimulus.
Yeah.
Yeah, also,
fine, but if you do them with the wrong, if you do them with like my really bad posture,
there you go. Yeah,
I'm probably fucking it all up.
Yeah, there's also, it's hard to work out at home. It's so much easier when you're at home to be like, well, let me go do this other thing real quick, and then suddenly you're not working out anymore.
Switching your laundry at the same time, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, versus like you're at the gym, it's like, well, I'm here until I'm done.
Mm-hmm. I finally got Hecular's rod, by the way. I've been grinding
that whole time.
Rod this entire time we've been talking.
Nice.
I think I have like 200 heavy leather.
30-minute kettlebell workouts. Jeez. Yeah.
Speaking of food, I need to eat today.
I just run and bike and do body weight stuff for the most part. I do some lift. Like yesterday, I did some bench press because
there you go.
I was like, I haven't done this in a while, and I'm not getting the chest stimulus that I normally would, so let's get it in.
So next month, after I get back from Seattle, I'm gonna go buy a mountain bike, and we're doing downhill mountain biking this summer.
That's great.
So that'll be a workout.
That's good.
Because you got to go up the mountain to come down it.
Yep.
So it'll be great cardio. And arm strength, to be honest, and legs. It's just gonna be full body workout, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Be good.
I'm excited for that because I've always wanted to do downhill mountain biking.
Yo.
And now if I buy that, then I have
a good one.
Winter snowboarding and then summer mountain biking, and the cost of startup is gonna be handled, so I can do things year round.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably the one thing that I feel like I'm lacking is like outdoor activities that are like more fun and not just like straight
like
working
workout stuff.
Yeah, like I need like more fun things to do, and like
get a mountain bike, dude. It's really fun.
Yo, what's up, Wendy?
Like really, really fun. Even a dirt bike. Like dirt bikes are way more of a workout than people give them credit for.
Yeah.
I get it's motorized, but it's like, dude, you will leave a strong day of like trail riding on a dirt bike, you will leave exhausted.
You're just getting jostled around, man.
Yeah, you get arm pump, your legs get crazy where you're doing squats all day, every day, the entire time you're riding. The people that are professional like motocross racers, their workout regimen is nuts.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
it's
to do
like it's
rows
like
and
what is it? The horse stance.
Yeah.
You're just
Basically.
horse dancing the whole time. It's
Mhm.
crazy. Fresh is going well, Wendy. We're 42. Look at us
How are you
go.
liking the 1X?
I'm
The
fine with
era
it.
vibes.
I mean, I'm used to it. It's good.
I think I forgot a little bit actually of like how long it takes to do things on 1X.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was all the way up until like level 27, 28, which took me a ton of different play sessions, right? Because I was only playing like 3 or 4 hours at a time. But like every time I'd log in, it's like level 16. I'm like, wow, I would do this normally on a fresh. I would be level 16 in my first play session.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
still
dude,
be,
like,
and still have, 15 plus hours to go.
I had the same thought. I was doing this, I'm only 31 and it's taken me a month, right?
Yeah.
To get to 31. And I was thinking like, dang, like am I slow now or did I just like really no life this game? And
It's
I think
like-
the answer is that just straight up no life.
Yeah.
Man. Like
It's an
'cause I remember
hours
I did,
thing.
like 1 to 24 in a day once, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, that was like 18 hours straight.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. You could probably still do that. Like if you had the time and the desire
Dude,
to
I
do
don't
an
think I
18-hour
could,
session.
man. I don't think purely mentally I can handle playing this game for more than 4 hours at a time
Oh.
these days. I think it's just like it just doesn't hit the same anymore. Maybe if it was a real fresh, I would take some time
Yeah.
off work and like giga grind.
Yeah, I think Real Fresh is different.
Yeah, but fuck, dude, I don't like, and it doesn't help that we're Horde, and I
Oh, yeah.
absolutely hate the Barons. Because I would log in and I'm like, dude, am I really about to go and do Fizzle's key right now? Like, this is not what I wanted to do with my day.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in Hillsbrad, it feels
Wind Rider
good to play the
Wells
game
takes you to
again.
your
So that's nice.
May your ancestors
I'm talking to
bless you,
Winky.
adventurer.
Windy.
Many are the paths of the earth.
We got Winky and Windy
Wherever
in
you
here.
decide to travel may
Wendy's
seem
nuts hit your forehead.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
She.
Dude, we gotta do another hardcore trio.
We should.
We should do it like
We should get.
super casual though. Like once a month we do a hardcore
Oh,
trio.
man. Get the threesome back together.
Yeah, the threesome would be nuts, man.
We should. I'd be down. The hard part for me right now is just scheduling.
Same.
I don't know
But,
how-
me, you, and Only are all very busy. Like we can find time. I think though.
Yeah. If it's late night, I can do it.
We should do like a real memey one. Like we should all play the same. Like we should be 3 warriors or something.
That would actually be pretty fun.
And then if one of us dies, we should just continue as 2.
And the third person has to just sit in
Yeah.
voice and
Yo,
watch.
yo, that would be so good.
And it's just like in the corner. They're just like stuck in the
Yeah.
corner.
Oh, that would be so sick. Because we could do an unofficial trio like on official servers, right? And just like we don't have to follow the add-on rules. We can just play as a group, like 3 warriors.
Yeah.
And if one of us dies, maybe the other one has to get caught up or something, you know?
Like on their like
Yeah, they like
they
on
start
their
a
own
new
time.
character.
Yeah, they have to start a new warrior or
Oh,
something to
man.
get caught up on their own time, which would probably not be hard with how frequently we'd be able to do it.
Oh yeah.
But it would be so funny if just someone dies and we're like, no. We used to do that with Diablo 3. Like every fresh or every ladder reset, me and my like friend group would all roll characters and play. We would only play together. And then when someone died, it would be like the huge, like the moment of the season, like the first person to die in our group.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun.
Okay. If we all had to restart in a trio at the state that we play currently, we would do one and done, and we would never do it again because I'm not sitting there for only to be in Stormwind making every professional.
Oh,
player
yeah.
for 45
Yeah,
minutes
no,
again.
I'm not doing that ever again.
Yeah.
If we do it, then we do no professions.
Or we just do server rules, not the add-on rules, and we can leave the city while he's there doing his
Oh
professions.
yeah, also that.
You know,
for
like
sure.
because I'm down for that. Like we could do self-found, like
Yeah.
individually. Like we just group as a self-found characters.
I like that.
Track of them all.
Deadmire is
I would like that actually too. I think it'd be cool because then it's like we can't trade each other ever.
Old bones grind
So then like item drops when we're in a group become a bigger thing. Like if you greed or need, there's more coordination. Be like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, but I don't have any target dummies, so you have to run up and like drop a dummy.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. 3 warriors would be hilarious too.
Yeah, it would be. You would want to go alliance.
I mean, if it's a trio, I don't care what we do. I'm gonna have more fun just being in the trio than which faction we play.
Okay.
If it was me solo, I would for sure be going alliance though.
Well, I mean, I'd be. I've got this horde character, so.
Yeah, and the last trio we did was horde.
Yeah. The famous.
That clip, dude. That clip. Well, I made it into a YouTube short, and it's still one of my favorite clips of all time. Where we're level 1's RP walking, and then the level 4 wolf runs. It's like
we start freaking out. Yeah.
Strength and speed is well earned.
There's so many good clips from that run.
Oh, that run was just straight up content fodder. Was what that was.
I have one that's like one of my sub alert sounds, I think, and it's just it's you were like not the same level as us yet, and so we just leaned into the like, oh, are you stuck at that level, stepbrother? And you're just like, I fucking hate you guys. Yeah.
That was a good trio. That was a good time.
So
those are the things that when you look back on like your WoW career when you're old and gray, you're gonna be like, man, that was a good time.
Yeah. It's just about playing games with the boys.
Yeah. Until it's not. Until it's about us complaining about only doing professions for 85 hours a day.
That was terrible. I think it's
the worst. Dude, these Dalaran shield guards really frustrate me with their constant damage reflection stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just have to full on stop.
Every hit.
And leave, yeah.
Every hit. Like, how do I make this not happen anymore?
You just don't. You just stop attacking and wait for it to go away.
Dude, it's the worst.
Yo, Flo, are you also grinding the rod? Was there an overlap between you and Flo?
Probably, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did see Flo in there.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm enjoying Deviate before it inevitably gets too big and then it gets annoying again. Like, there's too many players and more drama. Deviate right now feels kind of like, you know, little homey chill vibes.
Oh, yeah. I love it, man.
Yeah, it was cool. I joined the guild and I saw so many like recognizable faces of people from hardcore over the years and stuff. Like, I'm in a role-playing mailing back and forth with someone right now.
Oh yeah.
Where we communicate each other like what we did that day.
Yeah, the small RP element has been an added bonus that I didn't even take into consideration.
Oh yeah, it's been real fun. People at Crossroads still just stand there and vibe.
Yeah. Every time I run into people in Orgrimmar.
This quest is the worst quest in the game.
It's pretty bad when you're solo. Like even with a pet, like your pet will just kill itself.
Yep.
If you're not paying attention, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah, I kind of just want to skip it. Does it? It doesn't have like a follow up, does it? I don't think it does.
I think it does.
F.
It's to kill the rock elementals and the summoner dudes.
Oh, this is just great for me. I can't wait.
Yep. Sorry, dude.
I have 1 of 10 items from killing these guys.
The demon threat is increasing.
Yeah.
And we must close these
it is a
portals to
shitty
stem
quest.
The tide of demons to this world. Good luck, adventurer, and be wary of the portal.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to your stream.
Okay.
I'm sorry I jumped in.
No, dude, I love this. I'm
derailed.
happy to do this. You and like pretty much anyone from the crew that's like, if you see me streaming, you're like, hey, you want to can I hop in voice? I'd be like, yeah, 100%.
Just the homies gaming together.
Yeah. I think chat likes it too.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do think that it can be overbearing too, because a lot of people lurk and they don't you know, they don't know the other people on the voice, and
Yeah.
maybe they're not in a podcast mood.
That's fair. Yeah. His
All
yeah,
right.
that's Flo's proudest tug.
That's
Huh?
hot.
What?
I mean, what am I supposed to say to that?
You just congratulate him on the good tug, you know?
Congratulations on the good tug. Proud of you, brother. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you, dude.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I'm back, chat. But that's actually good timing because my wife's on her way home with the baby. So, but any last second questions, comments, concerns? Now that you have my full attention again, full attention, chat. Anything you need from me? What's going on? What's going through your minds? Did anyone have any? Are you having any troubles at school? Any bullies? Where was my wife during 9/11? She was also in elementary school. Yeah. Next question. Appreciate you. Yo, I appreciate you, bro, man. Thank you. I appreciate just everybody being here and hanging out and being a part of this. I appreciate Winky. I feel like Winky's one of those people that I feel like if I got to interact with him every single day, it would probably just make my life better.
Who you be?
There'd be like no downside to that at all. Oh, hey, Winky. There's just good folks out there. Good folks. Do you think the power of an actual dinosaur roar would destroy your internal organs? I don't think so. Not, because what is it, like whales, when whales like do their calls underwater, it can like, it has the potential of like dealing some serious damage, but that's because sound travels differently underwater. I think that if you're on land with a dinosaur, I don't think its roar is gonna be capable of doing too much damage to you. That's right, science, guys. Science. Okay, let me see. See who else is streaming and doing stuff.
Well, actually.
You think China actually landed on the moon? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if China actually landed on the moon. India did. India landed on the moon. I think they got it done. I don't know about China. I think my mom landed on the moon. Released a video and it looks so fake. Oh, I didn't see that. I need to check that out. Dude, Winky. Oh my gosh. Did you see the video of the CEO of Twitch showing Twitch stories? I saw this last night and P-Dub showed it. And it's insane, dude. You gotta
explore clips.
Look at this.
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed.
Look at this.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
CEO of Twitch.
If you want to check out the stories.
Checking out
see
stories.
What you missed yesterday. You click there.
Uh-oh.
And now you're in your stories feed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's also.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay? Mm-hmm. Suppose you want to check out the stories.
It's his
to see what you
phone.
missed
It's his
yesterday.
personal
Click
phone.
there,
And it's his account.
and now you're in your stories feed.
It's pretty nice.
Okay?
Okay. That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's also.
You want to explore clips?
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. It's so great, though. It's so good. Oh, man. That's gotta be... There's like ASMR ear-licking girl. There's... I don't... There's a lot to unpack there. It's so great, though. Oh, man. It feels... Yeah, it almost feels like it was staged. But the way that they react, because you can like feel it through the video, right? This like uncomfortableness of like, uh-oh. Like that was just on camera. If it is staged, then it was just so well done. So well done. No, he didn't even change to a dummy account. It's his personal account. It's everything aligns, and it's just the worst case scenario. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'll leave you guys all with that. I'm gonna raid. I think I'm gonna raid Ompy because he's pumping. He's got Edge Masters. He's doing a great job. Oh man. So go say hi to Ompy. Enjoy. Thank you guys all for being here. It's been a good Saturday. I might stream tonight. My plan is to stream tonight. I'm gonna try to do it to the best of my ability. So take care, and hopefully I'll see you all then. If I don't, have a great rest of your Friday. So thank you for the follow, me Joey Joe, and yeah, as always, you're beautiful, and happy hunting. Yeah. Bye.
Rating spec. This is not hardcore. This is